Tip-off. David Eham, Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle back in our network studios on a cold, crisp Tuesday night from Mount Pleasant. These are two 8-9 teams, 2-3 in the conference. Central Michigan's peeled off 2 straight wins. Ball State's lost a couple in a row against 2 of the best teams in the MAC. Where do you assess where Ball State's at right now?
Yeah, look, this is a big stretch right here, Mick, because the Cardinals' next 4 games are against opponents that they are all equal with or above in the standings. So an opportunity to not only rack some wins up for yourself, but do damage to those teams that are behind you. This is going to be a tough task. Central Michigan, you can look at that record, but they are a much better team than the record. If you look at their MAC losses against Ohio, lost by 2 points. At Toledo, lost by 2 points. In the non-conference, at Minnesota, at Marquette, at Mississippi State, at Arizona. I mean, they have played a lot of really good basketball teams, so it's going to be a tough task, but coming off the game Saturday, I look for the Cardinals to try to bounce back.
You mentioned those schedules. Both of these teams have probably played 2 of the toughest schedules out of any Mid-American Conference team in this conference so far.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, and, you know, therein lies the fact that these guys are at 2-3. Disappointing thing for the Cards, have dropped 2 home games, so you got to pick up a couple on the road. These next 2 weeks can tell you a lot about where the remainder of the season is going to head.
And that is what Ball State and Central Michigan are each going to try and figure out where they stand here in the Mid-American Conference. Both teams 8-9 and 2-3 in the conference. Hey, don't forget, when the Cards win, you win 50% off any price, any size pizza, any toppings from Papa John's. Offer valid until end of business on the day of a win. If the Cards win today, you get that 50% off at Papa John's for the rest of the night. This is the Greg Keebler Countdown to Tip-Off. Central Michigan and Ball State closing in at the top of the hour. Tip-off. We'll have much more coming up, including a conversation with head coach Michael Lewis. And today is Crocs night on campus. We'll see if Coach Lewis brought his Crocs today.
I don't see you wearing yours, Mick. So
you didn't have to do that to me. Wow, man. Okay, well, I can't see your feet, so I can't say for the audience. But
that'd be a no.
I've never worn them before. I'll give you that heads up.
That makes 2 of us, brother. How about that?
And we'll see if Michael Lewis makes 3. That's next on the Greg Keebler Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cards Cambridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We are Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
We're back inside the Greg Hubler Countdown to tip-off. Ball State's in Mount Pleasant to take on the Central Michigan Chippewas. We're here with head coach Michael Lewis. Coach, today here in Mount Pleasant is Wear Your Crocs night. I don't see you wearing Crocs, so what's up with that?
I've never been a big fan of the Crocs. They say they're comfortable. My kids had them, but I'm not. I've never jumped on that fashion trend. But whatever it takes. Like we try to do silly gimmicks to get students involved and get them in the game, and so you can't. At least they got some people trying.
No, I agree. I'm with you. I've never worn Crocs before, and it didn't start today. Coach, looking at the last couple of days of practice, how did you see the guys respond?
Well, Sunday, obviously is a lighter day, quick prep. We probably about 45 minutes on the court, but I thought it was good. Yesterday was okay, and then we got on the bus, had a little bus trouble on the way up here, but it worked out fine and got here in plenty of time to get our work in. So we just got to get back to playing some good basketball, particularly on the defensive end. We got to get our edge back on the defensive end. We've been playing well offensively, good enough to win games, but our defense has let us down, so we got to get back to defending the way that I believe we're capable of.
What do you see on Central Michigan's offensive side that you feel like you can get back to defending the way that you're capable of?
Well, it's not – I don't see much because I think they got two really, really good players for this level, in Hetty and Pritchard. Pritchard was first-team All-MAC, Defensive Player of the Year. Hetty's come in, and analytically, I think he's Player of the Year right now, if it were to end, just from some analytics, not any coaches voting, but just how productive he is. So I got two really dynamic players. We've got to be able to guard them with all five, and we can't we got to try to make those guys as inefficient as possible. We got to be able to keep them out of transition. They're getting like 20 points off turnovers and wins, about 10 points in their losses. So we got to be able to take care of the ball and eliminate some transition points, make them play in the half court, and then make those dudes play in crowds. You
mentioned Pritchard, saw him last year. How have you seen him kind of expand his game this year?
Well, he's just a good player. Like he's dynamic with the ball. He's capable from three, but he's just really good off the bounce, and he just gets everybody involved. Like he makes the game easier for everybody else on the floor. He's exactly what you want out of a college guard.
Appreciate you always, Coach. Good luck today. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I loved his answer on Crocs, by the way. It's a great answer.
Yeah. I'm with Michael there. They do look comfortable. Everybody says they wear. Mick, we're going to go all the way in on Crocs night, right? So I did my research, and I will tell you, in 2002, that's when Crocs were invented. Okay. Three guys, they went to the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, introduced the Crocs. They had gone sailing in the Caribbean and ran into some clogs. And this is what they said, inspired by boating-friendly clogs that they came across. And so my thought to you is, whoever had made the original boat-friendly clogs that missed out on this, man, I'm alive.
Because you know that they were around before.
Right.
This one took off. Wow, that is a great story. Okay, now you all know the history lesson of Crocs and that Coach Lewis does not sport them. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk basketball here. Chippewas and Cardinals, always a good matchup. It's next here on the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundry, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
We often talk about partnerships, and at Indiana American Water, we serve over 50 communities across the state, and each one of those has a special place in our hearts. One of these long partnerships has been with Muncie, the home of Ball State University, currently in its 107th year. At Indiana American Water, we're now in our 138th year, and we want to say,
Go Cardinals!
Go Cardinals!
Welcome back inside the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. Ball State and Central Michigan linking up for the first time this season for all vehicles for sale. Check out PromiseKept.com. That's PromiseKept.com with our friends over at Greg Hubler Automotive. That is PromiseKept.com. David Ehon, Mick Tidrow on hand. Matt Tuttle's producing here tonight. Ball State and Central Michigan taking the floor here from McGurk Arena. Let's set the table for this matchup because there are some pretty star talented players that are going to take the floor for both of these teams. We've known Fat Hill and Peyton Sparks for Ball State. We'll get to them in just a second. But for Central Michigan, Jacoby Hetty, 14 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game. Anthony Pritchard, 13 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Those are two guys that Ball State has to find a way to try and contain somewhat today.
Yeah, no question. To me, it all starts with Anthony Pritchard. He is the head of the snake, second in the MAC in steals, third in assist. He sets the tone on the defensive end. He's the leading player coming back from all MAC teams, preseason MAC Player of the Year in a lot of the publications. So without question, he is the guy that gets them going. So you're going to have to take care of the basketball. Don't allow Pritchard to control this game. Where I see the Cardinals, Mick, having a distinct advantage, it's down low in the pace, in the post, especially without Jurasiewicz in the lineup tonight. He's their 6'10" forward. He's injured in concussion protocol, so for me, the Cards will have an advantage inside, but you got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, whenever you're missing another 6'10" piece like Central Michigan is, they have got 4 guys that are 6'10" or taller that are out. And some of them haven't even played this season. But you're right, this is a big chance, since he's not going, for the Cardinals to have that size advantage. That leads us into Peyton Sparks. The last 7 games, 16.5 points, 12 rebounds per game, shooting 74% from the field, 44-59. He's been magnificent.
He's so crucial, Mick. He played 30 minutes, a season high in the last game against Toledo. And what happened when Peyton went to the bench in Saturday's game? That's when Toledo made their run. He is such a vital part, and he's in form right now. You talk about his stats in Mid-American Conference play. Mickey's shooting 70% from the field.
It's ridiculous.
14 points, 12 rebounds a game. You can't take that for granted.
And that's what Ball State's been able to lean on these last couple of weeks with Peyton Sparks. Fat Hill, third in the Mid-American Conference in scoring at 16.5 points per game. See how he goes up. You may see different guys guard him, but Anthony Pritchard probably will see a lot of Fat Hill today.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he typically guards the best perimeter player on the other team, so certainly a matchup to watch. And you mentioned Jacoby Hetty, his brother on the squad as well. That was one of the reasons Tony Barbie was able to get a player like Hetty. He was the only school that offered a package deal for both of the brothers. And, man, they're glad they did because, as Coach Lewis mentioned, Hetty is a Bethune-Cookman transfer. He's a heck of a player. Fourth in the MAC in rebounds, third in minutes, averaging 14 points a game.
And Jacoby Hetty has been fantastic for the Central Michigan Chippewas. We'll step aside one final time here in the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. In Muncie, visit Greg Hubler Ford and Hyundai. In Marion, check out Greg Hubler Buick GMC. We'll have starters and opening tip coming up next from McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Cardinals and Chippewas next on the Gamebridge Radio Network for Learfield.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
Make 2025 your year of flawless selfies, no filter needed. Achieve your best look with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's leading skin rejuvenation clinic. Revitalize Med Spa is an official partner of Ball State Athletics. Schedule your free consultation and claim your $25 discount off any facial. Plus, get 2 free tickets to any Ball State basketball game just for scheduling a consultation. No purchase necessary. Learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. Go Cards!
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Destination Muncie is our local visitor center whose mission is to both encourage locals to connect to our vibrant city and make visitors feel at home. By visiting destinationmuncie.org, you can do everything from learning about our great events, businesses, and attractions to planning a corporate or group event, sports tournament, or even a wedding. Destination Muncie is a proud partner of Ball State Sports. Chirp, chirp. DestinationMuncie.org.
When it's time for pizza, Greek's Pizzeria delivers every time.
Experience our hand-tossed pizzas and fresh salads made to perfection.
Enjoy our gourmet handmade fresh salads made to order. Every bite is delicious.
Order online, pick it up, or have it delivered at www.greekspizzeria.com.
It's our taste.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
On the Gamebridge Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Fakes a pass, takes a three, swish!
Thanks for joining us for the Greg Hubler Automotive Countdown to Tip-Off.
Straightaway Trey lets it loose and buries it.
Tip-Off is just moments away. Here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow.
McGurk Arena is rocking tonight on a Tuesday evening. Ball State and Central Michigan link up for the Mid-American Conference 6th game of the season. David Eha, Mick Tidrow with you with Matt Tuttle producing. Let's send it back to Matt for stations identification on the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a Whoop Boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
From McGurk Arena, let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First, starting off with the visiting Ball State Cardinals, third-year head coach Micah Lewis, 43-37 during his 2.5-year tenure. The Cardinals 8-9 this season, 2-3 inside the Mid-American Conference. It's the same starting lineup we've seen the last couple of games. Jamari Fat Hill, top 3 in the Mid-American Conference in scoring this year at 16.5 points per game. Also leads the team at 3 assists per game. Mickey Pearson Jr. in the lineup as well. His last 5 games, 14.5 points per game. Jeremiah Hernandez in the starting lineup as well, 8 points per game for him this season. Juancy Goracito starting today, 10 points per game, shooting 44% from 3. And then Peyton Sparks, we mentioned it, last 7 games, 16.5 points, 12 rebounds per game in his last 7. For Tony Barbie, in his 4th year in head coach, Central Michigan's 8-9, 2-3 in the conference. Jacoby Hetty starting today, 14 points, 6.5 rebounds per game. That is 4th best in the conference. Brian Jonga, the sophomore out of Cameron, in the rotation as well, alongside Caden Vasco, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Anthony Pritchard, last year's Defensive Player of the Year in the Mid-American Conference, alongside Quentin Hetty, the brother of Jacoby Hetty, averaging 4.5 points and 2 rebounds per game.
And Mick, one injury note for the Cardinals. They'll be without Mason Jones tonight. Mason injured his hip in practice on Sunday, kind of a hip pointer injury. So don't think anything major, but he is not able to go tonight, not dressed. So somebody else going to take up Mason's minutes off the bench.
And for Central Michigan, Ugnis Yorovushkish also out for the Chippewas, averaging 13 points, 6.5 rebounds per game. That is our IU Health injury report right before the opening tip. Rob Kuhneman, the head official, walking to the center jump circle. Todd Von Saucet and Mark Riggs, our 3 officials here today. There was something on the floor, so head coach Michael Lewis promptly walks out, picks them up, and puts them on media row. Peyton Sparks to our right, Brian Jonga to our left, and head official Rob Kuhneman steps in. Peyton Sparks whacks it back to the right side. It's quickly picked up by Caden Vasco, and a layup for 2 easily from Quentin Hetty. Right off the bat on the opening tap, gives Central Michigan a 2-0 lead, 10 seconds in.
And here's our first look at a 2-2-1 full court press. Chippewas will use most of the night and then drop back into a man-to-man.
And Central Michigan's giving up the 2nd least amount of points per game on defense this year out of any conference. Teams at 70. Pearson to Sparks, up and in for 2. The big fella off to a great start. 2-2.
Nice entry by Mickey. Lobbed it over the fronting Jonga.
It's Anthony Pritchard, the Defensive Player of the Year in the Mid-American Conference last year, averaging 4.5 assists per game this year. Lobs an alley-oop up to Jacoby Hetty, who grabs it on the baseline right, falls down. Pearson's there to try and muscle through. Sparks hits the deck and lands into the seats to our right. It stays Central Michigan basketball. 50 seconds into the game, it's a 2-2 score. Chippewas have possession left to right.
It's a really good matchup. 6'8", 205 Mickey Pearson on 6'6", 200 Jacoby Henry.
There's Vasco. Entry pass to Pritchard. Back to Vasco. Right wing. 7 to shoot. Lets loose a 3. It rattles out. And Jamari Fat Hill for Ball State climbs the ladder for the defensive rebound. They give it to the corner. Left side. It's Goracito in front of the student section for Central Michigan. Down to Peyton Sparks. Double team to the post left. A bounce pass to Pearson. Up and in for 2. Sparks with a heads-up pass, and Pearson finishes.
How many times have we seen that over the years? Mickey cuts, Peyton finds him, easy deuce.
Those two have been on the same page the last 7 or so games. 4-2, Ball State's in front early. A minute and a half gone by here from Mount Pleasant. Vasco controls back to Pritchard. The senior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, started his career at Tulsa before transferring here to Central Michigan. And now a dish to Vasco, who drives against Goracito. Goracito with a hand check and a foul. That is the first foul on either side. Tony Barbie, 4th-year head coach, spent 7 years on John Calipari's staff at Kentucky right before taking the CMU job. 43-67 record here with the Chippewas. And Coach Lewis in his third season, 43 wins in 2.5 years. Entry pass, baseline right, knocked away. Ethan Britton-Watts, who just checked in, driving coast to coast. A spin rejected at the rim by Vasco. Out of bounds, baseline left. It's Ball State possession. But what a hustle play from Vasco after the turnover to knock it from Watts.
Yeah, coaches always talk about next play. If you turn it over, get back. Good job by Vasco. Ethan Britton-Watts in after Gorosito picked up that early first foul.
On the baseline left, it's Watts with an entry pass to Sparks. Backs away from Hetty. A pass to Hill from the left wing. Hill facilitates the corner left to Watts. Watts with a couple of jab steps. Watts gives to Hill, who drives, rejected by Jacoby Hetty, and it's last touch by Ball State. Baseline left. It is Central Michigan basketball. 2 minutes in, Cardinals lead by 2.
Well, scouting reports out on Fat Hill. When he gets to the paint, he's going to draw a crowd. He beat 2 Chippewas. Hetty there, the third guy. Nice little defensive play, went off of Fat's head.
Here's Pritchard, gives to Vasco. 7 points per game for Caden Vasco, the sophomore from Lowell, Indiana. Pritchard now has it, baseline right drive, 10-foot jumper fading away, cashes home. 4-4 game, 17:40 first half.
Cardinals switched that pick. You had Peyton Sparks on Pritchard. He just raised up, said he's not going to guard me out here.
Pritchard's always been good on offense, but his defense gets all the attention. He is kind of underrated on offense.
And Mickey looks so much stronger this year.
Left wing for Jeremiah Hernandez of Ball State. Out to Fat Hill. Straight out, looks to Watts, corner right. In front of Tony Barbie in the Central Michigan bench. A high arcing pass to Pearson. 6 to shoot. Fadeaway shot, misses short. And a rebound for Jacoby Hetty. Here goes Central Michigan left to right quickly in transition. Hetty gets right by Hill. Backing down Watts, but Watts holds his ground and pops the ball loose. Here's Hill at midcourt for Ball State. It's 2-on-2. Hill pass Pritchard. Lays one up. Mid-air misdirection for 2. Fat Hill flashing the athleticism. 6-4, Cardinals lead 3 minutes in. Vasco, a trailing three-pointer from the left wing, misses it. An offensive rebound for Brian Jonga. And back out to Pritchard, who wears a white headband with bright yellow cleats. Rather, shoes. We're not playing football. Entry pass to Jonga, baseline right, and left-handed layup goes in for 2. 6-6, 16.5 to go first half. Vasco pounds the floor on defense, and the rest of the defenders follow his lead. Ball State has it from right to left. Sparks, top of the key right. It's a loud crowd here in McGurk Arena on Crocs night. Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. Sparks, left-handed pass with 10 to shoot, corner left. It's Watts for 3, sprays it too long, and a defensive rebound snagged by Brian Jonga. Here goes Central Michigan, a one-handed pass from Pritchard, down baseline right to Hetty, and he has a left-handed layup, scooping in. 8-6, Chippewas in front, 15:52 first half.
Yeah, poor transition defense there. Nobody's found Quentin Hetty.
Watts facilitates to Hernandez, who cuts toward the rim, and 3 defenders converge, and Pritchard whacks the arm of Hernandez. It's a foul on Pritchard. First personal foul, that's our first media timeout. Chippewas 8, Cardinals 6 with 15:43 to go from Mount Pleasant. Hey, check out our friends over at Revitalize Med Spa. Check out revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. And achieve your best self with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation. Cards down 2 early on, 15:43 to play first half on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Airfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gilbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you, less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Behind every strong hip and knee, Behind every strong shoulder,
good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Gill Brothers makes great living affordable with locations in Muncie and Anderson. See us on that at gilbros.com. That's gilbros.com. Proud sponsor of Ball State basketball. Ball State trails Central Michigan 8-6, 15:40 to play in the first half. Fat Hill dishes out to Ethan Britton Watts, who bags home a left wing three for Ball State to give the Cardinals a 1-point lead, 15.5 first half.
Nice find by Fat Hill. Continues to pass the ball very well. 6 assists Saturday against Toledo.
That tied his career high at the Division I level. Ball State 9, Central Michigan 8, 15:20 to go first half. It's Hetty straight out, leaves it for Vasco, who drives to the free throw line right. 10 to shoot for Central Michigan. Pass to Quentin Hetty, right baseline, up and over Sparks for 2. 10-9, Central Michigan in front, 15:05 first half. Cardinals with the casual right-handed dribble from Ethan Britton Watts, give off to Mickey Pearson. It's now Watts who looks at head coach Michael Lewis, who nods his head. Dumped down to Sparks, who throws it baseline left. It touches nobody, and it's out of bounds. A Cardinals turnover.
I tell you, Quentin Hetty was inserted into the starting lineup due to the injuries, and man, he's paying dividends, Mick. He only averages 4 points a game. He's already got 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting and forced that turnover.
Yeah, Hetty has come in and played extremely well. His season high is 11 points, so he's already halfway home. Pritchard now backing down, Watts to the baseline right for Central Michigan, leading by a point. Pritchard turnaround, floater misses outright. Rebound off Pritchard, and baseline right, it is Ball State basketball.
I tell you, that was dynamite defense that time by Ethan Britton Watts. Anthony Pritchard, we talked about it, physically looked so much stronger this year, and he tried to back Britton Watts in. Ethan held his ground, forced a tough 2.
And we've heard Coach Lewis repeatedly, tougher defense. We need tougher defense. That's a perfect example of what they've been working on the last 48 hours.
Great point, buddy. Great point.
Watts crosses the timeline, gives off to Hernandez, who curls screen, handoff Hendricks, and now it's motion. Everybody's out on the perimeter except Mickey Pearson, who's on the block right, baseline left. 10 to shoot. Hernandez working against Hetty, floats toward the rim, and a flick of the wrist finds the rim for 2. 11-10, Ball State's back in front, 14 minutes first half. Already seen 3 lead changes in this game as Pritchard controls for Central Michigan, a downhill run. Watts cuts him off. Pritchard slithers by and heaves it off the window for a bucket. That's good defense from Watts, better offense from Pritchard. 12-11, Central Michigan in front, 13:40 here to go in the first half, and now Quentin Hetty pokes one out to his own bench against Fat Hill. It stays Ball State possession. Cardinals have won 4 of the last 6 in this building, but Central Michigan's won 15 of the last 18 in McGurk Arena and was 11-2 last year, one of those losses against Ball State. Inbounds pass to Hernandez near midcourt. Heave to Pearson. They go back and forth. Coach Lewis says move the basketball. And Hernandez looks for Hendricks, but instead drives baseline left. High arcing shot floats out. And a rebound yanked home by Brian Jonga. The sophomore averaging 3.5 boards per game. A drive to the baseline right. Quick shot, free throw line by Kyler Vanderjagt. Misses right. Hill, the defensive rebound. Cuts through 2 defenders. Back dribble, and it is off Hill's leg. Out of bounds, baseline left. And it is Central Michigan possession. 13:09 to go. First half. 12-11. Chippewas lead the Cardinals.
Hernandez and Britton Watts out. Joey Hart and Wansi Goracito in. Look, when Hill gets the rebound, that's one of the benefits. He can get it and go. That time just sped up, too much traffic, turnover. Only the Cards second, so good job taking care of the ball so far.
Anthony Pritchard working against Hill. Hill nabs it away.
Look
Hill's
out.
by himself. He dribbles a couple of times and a 2-handed rocket slam home. Hill the steal and the 2 gives Ball State a 13-12 lead with 12:45 first half. I don't know if there's anybody in the league that steals the ball more, either near midcourt or at the 3-point line and takes it for a dunk.
Man, and the Cards, last in the league, Mick, in steals, last in forcing turnovers. getting steals and easy buckets helps your offense so much. Cards need to do more of that.
Cards up 1, 12:47 first half. Joey Hart checks in with Wansi Gorosito, and it's a quick bucket. And it's Demarion Bonds who found a gap right on the inbounds pass. Usually Ball State's great at that on offense and defense. Chippewas double-team Joey Hart at midcourt. He throws it away. Anthony Pritchard the steal to Vasco. Baseline right drive. Bounces around off Wansi Gorosito. And now Vasco throwing it in to Wansi Gorosito, and Gorosito takes the charge. Just took a seat right outside the arc. Vasco was backing him down.
I tell you, both Cardinal guards, Gorosito and Britton Watts, have done a really good job against the bigger Central Michigan guards trying to post up. Last time Joey Hart picked the ball up in the worst spot right over half court, got trapped, forced a turnover.
More full court pressure from Central Michigan. Ball State's able to beat it. Gorosito the dribble into the front court, off to Pearson for the right wing. Cards trail by 1. We approach 12 to go here in the first half. Hill from the top of the key picks up his dribble and throws to Gorosito. Cards have 9 to shoot. Gorosito straight out, fakes a 3. High lob to Hendricks. It's off his hands. Pritchard hits it, and Vasco comes up with it for Central Michigan. Fake 3 from Jacoby Hetty on the left wing. Instead, he drives baseline right, shuffles the feet, and finds Bonds. Right wing, three-point ball. Karams out. Hendricks tips it, bats around, and it's a Joey Hart rebound, who dribbles into the front court right to left for Ball State, down 14-13 inside 12 minutes first half. Hill between the leg dribble, behind the back now, finds Pearson. Bonds taps it up. Pritchard has it at midcourt by himself, an easy right-handed scoop home, and Central Michigan has a 16-13 lead with 11:20. That's what Coach Lewis was worried about, fast break points off turnovers.
Yep, all of a sudden 3 turnovers in 4 possessions.
Gorosito trying to get Ball State back here, down 16-13, 11:07 first half. Vasco nearly pushes Gorosito to the midcourt stripe, but Gorosito finds Hart, 15-foot jumper, elbow left and a miss. Rebound to Jonga. Transfer from Cal State Northridge. 1 season there, now his 2nd season of college basketball. He's at Central Michigan. A miss in the left wing from Jacoby Hetty. Rebound for Gorosito to Pearson. Fakes a straightaway 3. Drives. Teardrop. Hits in. Pearson stopped right before Jonga could take a charge and hits the shot.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was really great recognition not to take it one more dribble. He would have gotten the offensive foul. Nice little pull-up.
I don't know if there's anybody better in the MAC than Pearson at doing that. Seems like he's always got the awareness to get that. 16-15. Central Michigan in front, 10:15 to go in the first half. In the left wing, it's Vasco. Vasco backs down Hart. 7 to shoot. Vasco backdoor cut, bounces off of a few guys, and picked up by Jonga. Ball State forces a jump ball, and it is Cardinals' possession on the possession arrow. 16-15. Ball State's in front, 10:07 to play here in the first half. Hey, when the game takes you on the road, we're there. Check into the Courtyard Muncie at Horizon Convention Center. David Eha got to book more points today and this week because we stayed at a Courtyard Muncie here in Mount Pleasant. You can check out the one in Muncie.
Saturday, Marriott, Naperville, Illinois, right down the street from Northern, Mick.
Let's go. When he's not staying in Muncie's Courtyard, he's staying everywhere else in the Mid-American Conference. That is Courtyard Muncie. Book online today at Marriott.com. Cards down 1 on the Gamebridge Radio Network for Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers with $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Advanced check out A1 Graphics, event printing partner of Ball State Athletics. Visit a-1graphics.com. Central Michigan 16, Ball State 15 with 10:05 to go here in the first half. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow with you. And Matt Tuttle back in our network studios. Ball State has possession right to left, trying to take the lead here from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Gorosito, guarded by Vanderjack. Back and forth with Joey Hart at the top of the key. Feed down, baseline left to Hernandez. Kicks it to Gorosito. 5 to shoot. Hernandez backing around in the left wing against Vasco. Free throw line extended. 2 to shoot. Rolls around and out of the miss. And Demarion Bonds with the defensive rebound for the Chippewas. Bonds now pulls up straight out three-pointer. Bags it. Throws up 3 fingers on each side. And Central Michigan leads at 19-15 with 9:25 first half. Bonds shoots at 37% from 3, well above average. Baseline left drive for Watts. Kick out Joey Hart. His three-pointer's blocked by Bonds. Hart grabs the rebound. It's 5-on-4 because Bonds was trying to cherry pick and go the other way. And it's now a give off to Hernandez, who has a shot blocked, but he also draws a foul against Jonga.
Yeah, Bonds, interesting story for Central. He averaged 11 points a game in the first 8. In the last 8, just 1 point a game. He comes in off the bench, drains a 3. Hernandez going to the line for 2. Mick, one of the things Central's doing defensively is they are bringing a double team before Peyton catches it. They are fronting him, and then they are sagging another player behind. So they're really making the entry difficult. What the Cards have to recognize, pump fake, and if you can throw across court, there is a wide open Cardinal whose player is sagging way into the paint.
See if Ball State makes those adjustments with how well Sparks has been playing the last 7 games. Hernandez hits the first free throw. Second one trickles off right, and Central Michigan's Pritchard with a defensive rebound. It's Central Michigan 19, Ball State 16 with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. And off to Hetty at the top of the key right for the Chippewas. Working it left to right. Pritchard now has it straight away. Drive between 2 defenders. Over Sparks. Misses long. Rebound Gorosito. Ball State has 1-on-4, and Gorosito realizes it. Pulls up and stops. Waits for his teammates to make the trip down the floor. Pass to Sparks. Baseline left. He's doubled up, and the ball's hit out of his hands. It stays. Ball State possession right in front of Central Michigan's bench. There it is again.
Yeah, so that last defensive possession, Sparks didn't get credit for the block. It was the shot change by Peyton going after it that forced that miss. Can't understate his presence defensively as well as on O.
Watts inbounds pass to Sparks, and it's knocked out of bounds by Quentin Hetty, baseline left, so it stays Ball State basketball. And a much more advantageous spot to pass it in baseline here instead of in front of the bench of Central Michigan.
Mick, they're letting them play here today. It's very physical.
Watts inbounds pass to Hernandez. He's triple teamed, and Hill finds the basketball. Left wing 3, misses short. Rebound long out to Quentin Hetty. Here goes Central Michigan's guard, and he lays one up for 2 over Watts. And it's 21-16, 8:20 to go in the first half. You're right, there's only 5 total fouls in this game. 3 for Central Michigan, 2 for Ball State. Cards down 5 here from McGurk Arena. Tony Barbie's calling out defense with his hands behind his back. Into the left corner, it's Hill. Drives, baseline left, stops, picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass on a dime to Hernandez, who stops, pops, and cashes home. 5 feet out, 21-18. Central Michigan's lead's cut to 3 with 8 to go first half.
Good cut by Hernandez. They are begging Hill to shoot the 3.
Pritchard takes a 3, misses straight away. Sparks climbs the ladder for defensive rebound for Ball State. And it's Gorosito. 3 can tie this, but Gorosito drives the free throw line left. Out to Hernandez. Left wing 3 for the tie. Connects with it.
So that's a great example, right? Jacoby Hetty was off of Hernandez, favoring Peyton Sparks to try to keep the pass out of there. Nice find. That's going to be there.
21 all, 7:25. First half, Hernandez has 8 points to lead all Ball State scorers tonight. Quentin Hetty drives baseline right on Sparks, throws one way too long, and a rebound for Bonds. And then Hill forces a jump ball. It is Central Michigan possession, but could have been easily a two-pointer for Central Michigan, but Hill fought for it. And Central Michigan to have the basketball after the immediate timeout. 21-21, 7:14 to go here from McGurk Arena in the first half. At Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, every dish is created to order using the freshest, finest ingredients. Visit Mancino's in Muncie at 4116 West Bethel Avenue and stop by Mancino's Sweet Shop right next door. Cards and Chippewas tied at 21 on the Cards Game Bridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/Muncie Ortho to learn more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like. When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Hey Cardinals, time to level up your living with University Village. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom furnished or unfurnished floor plans available for fall 2025 today. It's only a couple of semesters away, just a mile from Ball State. Whether you're bringing your crew or looking for a roommate, come tour UV. See why it's Muncie's top best valued off-campus housing. Text CHIRP to 51378. That's 51378 for fall 2025 today.
Mick, quick check of stats. They're indicative of this tie score. Cards 9 of 18, 50%. Meanwhile, Central Michigan 10 of 20, 50%. Cards 2 of 5 from deep. Central 1 of 6. Only 2 free throw attempts, both by the Cards. They've made 1. As we said, letting them play.
21 all with 7:10 to go in the first half. It is Central Michigan basketball and a Vanderjack toss to Jonga for 3, drops in. And Jonga's a 24% three-point shooter, just 6 of 25 in the season, but buries that to make it a 3-point Chippewas lead. Hill at the free throw line left, backing everybody up, off to Hernandez, straight out to Pearson, fakes the 3, and leaves it for Hill. Hill and Gorcita go back and forth, 9 to shoot. Hill stands at the C, midcourt logo, pulls up for the right wing. He's partially blocked. It bounces off Peyton Sparks' shoulder, and Pritchard finds it for Central Michigan, off and running. A 3-point Central Michigan lead, and now Pritchard loses control after Hill taps it out of bounds, baseline right. It is Central Michigan possession, leading Ball State 24-21 with 6.5 first half.
Central Michigan is switching 1 through 5, so doesn't matter who's out there. They're big. Doesn't matter. They're switching every single ball screen.
Sparks just 2 points, 1 shot in 9 minutes so far. Inbounds pass from Pritchard to Bonds, fading away, left corner three-point ball, sprays out, offensive rebound for Jacoby Hetty, and he's immediately fouled on the putback shot, baseline right. It's on Hill, and 2 free throws upcoming for Jacoby Hetty, who shoots it at 81%, tops on the team. 50 makes on 62 attempts for the Bethune-Cookman transfer. Was an all-conference second-team member last year at 15.5 points per game. Hit almost 50% of his field goals. And they're actually going to change this. This was not on the shot. So Central Michigan is inbounding on the baseline right. A throw into Pritchard. Free throw line right extended. Drives to the baseline and over 2 defenders for 2. Pritchard gives Central Michigan a 26-21 lead. After the media timeout, it's a 5-0 Chippewas run. Watts to Gorcito, holds the ball at his knee. receives a screen from Sparks. Sparks guarded by Jonga one-on-one, but there's always a second defender lurking behind Sparks. Gorosito out to Watts straight away, drive to the free throw line, left kick out. Gorosito fakes a right wing three, step back, lets one loose from the right wing, and this one hits off the back iron, and a rebound for Jonga. Off to Jacoby Hetty, right wing, three-point ball, rattles out. Gorosito secures the defensive rebound for Ball State, down 26-21. Approaching 5:30 first half. Gorosito off the screen, a high arcing shot off the window, but rolls out. And a rebound for Bonds. There goes Central Michigan with a 5-point lead, and Bonds throws it to Ben Botts on the Ball State bench. It's a Central Michigan turnover for just the 6th time in this one.
Ben Hendricks in for Peyton Sparks. Vasco and Quentin Hetty back in. You mentioned the 6th turnover. Cards with a 4-2 points off turnover advantage, something we haven't seen a lot. So doing a good job right now winning that category. Who's going to start making some from deep? Cards 2 of 7, Central 2 of 9.
There was a whistle and a late substitution for Central Michigan. 26-21, Chippewas in front, 5:20 to go here in the first half. Ball State has the basketball, working it right to left here from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Gorosito looking for a screen from Hendricks, but Hendricks just pulling Hetty away from the basket. 5:05 to go in the first half, 10 to shoot. Gorosito has a ball tipped out of his hands, and Vanderjack comes up with it for Central Michigan. Vasco thinks about a right wing three, instead facilitates to Vanderjack. And the junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, drives baseline right, scoop over Hendricks for 2. 28-21, 7-0 run for the Chippewas with 4:45 first half.
Well, that's a 6'4 guard being guarded by Hendricks on the perimeter.
Watts through traffic, has it taken away. Here goes Shadeen Simpson, and a handoff to Quentin Hetty, who slams it with the left hand and calls for his teammates to celebrate. Ball State burns a timeout. A 9-0 run for Central Michigan gives the Chippewas a 30-21 lead with 4:31 to go in the first half.
So, Mick, it's a 9-0 run. What did we just say coming out of that break? Cards had a 4-2 advantage, points off turnovers.
Right.
Look now, it's 8-4. 6 quick points off of 3 turnovers. Bam, just like that 9-point run.
A Fort A. Ray Brewing's now open in Yorktown, Indiana. A family-friendly restaurant sure to provide an exceptional experience for dining or carry out. Check out our menu at fortaray.com. Fort A. Ray Brewing, brewed for community. (30-21), Central Michigan in front of Ball State. Transition points, points off turnovers, the last few games have really hurt Ball State, and Coach Lewis was concerned about that again because Central Michigan has the reigning Defensive Player of the Year with Anthony Pritchard. And they're playing in Central Michigan the second best defense in the MAC.
And it's exacerbated because the referees are allowing this game to be played very physical. A lot of hands, a lot of bumping when you get to the paint. So you've got to be extra strong today. A lot on the hands of T.J. Birch now, the freshman in the game.
Jacoby Hetty's right over top Mickey Pearson, and it's a steal for the Chippewas. Hetty drives baseline right, left-handed scoop and score. Look, Jacoby Hetty, Quentin Hetty rather, hit Mickey Pearson when Pearson was trying to inbound the ball, and Pearson was like, hey, you can't touch me, and they didn't call anything. T.J. Birch throws it in the front court. Watts falls down. Hendricks picks it up and then gives off to Watts. But it's currently an 11-0 run for Central Michigan with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Now Birch throws it into traffic. It's tapped around. Hernandez finds it at midcourt. It's not back and forth because it was tipped by Central Michigan. 1 to shoot. Hernandez heaves it right wing. It bounces out. Birch grabs the rebound for Ball State. Kick out to Watts. Left wing three-point ball, splash home. And Ball State desperately needed that to snap an 11-0 Central Michigan run. 3:40 to play. It's 32-24. It's a media timeout after a Central Michigan timeout here in Mount Pleasant. Hey, thank you to Jeff Jackson at Awards Plus in downtown Muncie. Makes all the plaques for Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week. See Jeff Jackson for all of your awards needs. Visit theawardsplus.com. Cards down by 8 on the Cambridge Radio Network from Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
Winning demands consistency. Find a better way to grow your money at Gamebridge.io. That's Gamebridge.io. 3:40 to go in the first half. Ball State trails Central Michigan 32-24. David Eha, Mick Chidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle producing. It is a cold, crispy evening here for Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Usually pretty cold here. Last year was actually somewhat warm when we came to Mount Pleasant for the first time ever.
Not today. In fact, it was so cold the university was shut down. I'm surprised. I mean, it's a really good crowd here.
Yeah.
Behind one of the baskets, the student section is almost completely full. So taking advantage of no school today to be out here.
32-24. That student section to our left has been raucous all evening long for their Chippewas, who lead by 8 with the basketball, approaching 3:30 to go. Central Michigan works it left to right. Vanderjack dancing around right to left and then spins one for Jonka. Straightaway three-point ball rattles in and out. Offensive rebound to no avail as Birch steals it away from Vasco. Up to Pearson right to left for Ball State. Pearson stutter step and heaves it back out to Hernandez straight away at the midcourt C maroon logo. Pass down to Sparks. Finally a one-on-one opportunity. He goes to work, misses, grabs the miss, put back goes. Yes, and a foul. Peyton Sparks muscling through for 2.
So the Cardinals did a really good job of spacing the floor. All 4 Cardinals, except for Sparks, were way outside the three-point line. There was no double team that came prior to the catch, and that time Peyton went to work. Good thing he missed it because he got his rebound, and now he has an and-one opportunity.
That 11-0 run for Central Michigan took it from a 21-all game to 32-21, and now Ball State's come out with 5 straight points. With Sparks the free throw line left, the lefty heaves one up, and it falls home, and it's now a 5-point game just like that.
Yep, and Mick, a little thing on that Britton Watts 3, that was from Ben Hendricks, who tipped it out, couldn't get the rebound, saved a possession that led to a 3.
Vasco for Central Michigan throws it corner right to Vanderjack. Wide open corner three-pointer, bounces out, rebound for Watts. Here goes Ball State, can make it a one-possession game, down 5. Hernandez into the lane and then stops with a double team. Give to Sparks, spins into the baseline left and draws a foul. This one's on Jonka, the sophomore from Cameron, and Sparks going back to the free throw line for just the 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the night for Ball State, a team that is 7th in the country at free throw attempts per game.
Yeah, and Jonga now, that's his 2nd foul. He's 6'9", 200. Let me repeat that, 200 going against 6'10", 265. It looks like Jonga's probably going to come out. They're going to bring in the 6'6", 200-pound sophomore Quentin Hetty to play the 5 position at 6'6".
Here's Sparks, bend to the knees, flick of the left wrist into that student section crowd, and Sparks, calm, cool, and collected, nails the first of 2.
You know, we talked about Hetty, right? The brother of Jacoby Hetty. He's got 12 points, Mick. That's already a career high for him.
And Quentin Hetty has started now the last 3 games after coming off the bench the first 8. Central Michigan has been in such injury stretches that they've had to put some different lineups together, and Quentin Hetty's been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, their tallest player, 6'6" out there now. Time for Sparks to go to work.
Sparks misses the second free throw, defensive rebound for Pritchard, and Central Michigan with a 32-28 lead, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Has the basketball top of the key with Anthony Pritchard, who tumbles toward the lane. Spin around Jay, airballs it short. There's Hetty with the offensive rebound, put back, swirls in. 34-28, Central Michigan's lead expands back to 6.
Tony Barbie calls him a junkyard dog. You can see why. I mean, 6'6", 200, out-muscled everybody.
He played for the number 3 JUCO team in the country. Henry Ford check that, South Suburban for 1 year before transferring to Central Michigan. It's helped put him into the player that he is today. Pearson leaves it for Hernandez, who misses an elbow jumper left. Pritchard the defensive rebound for the Chippewas. Bonds pulls up, right wing 3, rattles down. Bonds has hit a couple of those in transition, and Ball State's down 9 just like that after making it a 4-point game. Here's Birch. Bonds is all over Birch. Birch throws it away. Vasco steals it. It's 2-on-2. Vasco the pass to Quentin Henny. Puts Birch in the air. Birch fouls him. And Henny's going to the free throw line for 2 shots to our right. 37-28, Central Michigan in front with 1:31 first half.
Yeah, this is a tough game for a guy like TJ Birch, right? It's extremely physical. They are one of the best defensive teams. They're going to get in your grill. They're going to trap you. That time TJ coughed it up. Just got to sprint back on D.
Henny to our right. The lefty hits the free throw. 38-28.
His prior high was 11 points. He now has 15 on 7 of 8 shooting to go with 3 steals in 12 minutes. I'll say he's earned that starting lineup position.
He's put himself in a good position to see a lot more minutes. He splits the free throw. Second one's off the mark right, and a rebound for Jeremiah Hernandez. Ball State's down 10 as we approach a minute to go here in the first half from McGurk Arena. Can the Cards put together another run here as Watts works out of a double team, facilitates to Fat Hill, who drives baseline left, squeezes through 2 defenders, misses, but draws a foul. This one is on Vanderjack, and that is the 6th Central Michigan foul. For the remaining 1:15, Ball State's in the bonus, down 38-28. Fat Hill to our left is a 70% free throw shooter. This is his 122nd free throw of the season, and he nails it.
That is 31st most in the entire NCAA. I kind of struggled the last 2, just 13 of 21 in the prior 2 ball games.
Hill from the left free throw line. Sends it up, and it rolls around and out. Rebound, Anthony Pritchard, who averages 4.5 rebounds per game to go along with 4.5 assists. Second best in the MAC in that department.
Important last minute here, Mick. Got to get a stop and a basket.
It's Bonds, left wing, open three-point ball, swish it. Bonds has hit 3 threes here in the first half, and Coach Lewis puts his hands in his pockets. Central Michigan leads 41-29, inside a minute to go, and now the defense slapping the floor again for the Chippewas. Hill to Watts, left wing, open Trey, can't answer, pushes it long, Sparks the offensive rebound, goes back toward the rim, a flick home for 2. Sparks now leading Ball State with 8 points and 3 rebounds.
7-second differential on the shot clock. Cards should get one more opportunity. Got to get a stop here, Mick. Got to.
41-31, 25 seconds to go first half. Pritchard holds the ball near midcourt for Central Michigan, eyeing his teammates. Everybody has left the lane except for Peyton Sparks didn't get the free throw line. Everybody else on the floor is outside the perimeter. Here's Pritchard, drives, baseline right, 5 seconds. Pearson swats it away. 3.4 to go on the shot clock, 10.2 on the game clock. It stays Central Michigan possession, but Pearson says no thank you.
Watch out for Bonds here.
Pritchard inbounding to our right. Surveying, throws to Bonds, corner right, floating away, 3-point ball well short. Pearson the defensive rebound. 6 to shoot to make it a single-digit game before halftime. Off to Hill, up and under, adjustment midair, and leaves it off the glass and in. Ball State finds a little jolt there before the end of the half to cut it to an 8-point game. 41-33 at the halftime buzzer.
Yeah, that was an important stop at the other end. Credit Mickey. Came down, looked at the shot clock, knew he had time to take a couple more dribbles, hit foul, hit Fat Hill running on the wing. Cards trail by 8. Have to address some things, particularly the turnovers, Mick. 9 in that first half.
And they've given up 41 points. Central Michigan shooting 51%. Our Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week is Alex Richard of Ball State Women's Basketball. She's our Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week for the first time this year. Richard found success in the paint last week, helping Ball State to wins over Kent State and Akron. And the Cardinals also beat Toledo. Richard was a big part of that as well. Alex Richard, congratulations on your Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week award for Ball State women's basketball. Cards down 41-33 on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
We often talk about partnerships, and at Indiana American Water, we serve over 50 communities across the state, and each one of those has a special place in our hearts. One of these long partnerships has been with Muncie, the home of Ball State University, currently in its 107th year. At Indiana American Water, we're now in our 138th year, and we want to say,
Go Cardinals! Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
On the Gamebridge Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield, this is Ball State Cardinals basketball. Welcome to the revitalized Med Spa halftime show. Age gracefully at Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation. Learn more at revitalize-med-spa.com. Welcome to halftime. Now, here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow.
It's the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show, 41-33, Central Michigan in front of Ball State from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Check out revitalize-med-spa.com and learn more about the highly trained professionals at Revitalize Med Spa. You can get a $25 discount. Just ask for the Ball State discount, and that is what you can get at Revitalize Med Spa. Revitalize-med-spa.com. All righty, 41-33 here at the halftime break. We talked about it. Ball State gave up an 11-0 run, cut it down to 4, but then Central Michigan expanded it back to 10. Pearson a big block, and Hill a big bucket right there before halftime. That has to be a catalyst for Ball State coming out in the second half.
Yeah, you got to use that as a momentum. Cut it under 10. You go at 8 points down at half, but you got to do a better job, Mick, taking care of the basketball. That jumps out at me when you look at today's statistics. Cards 13 of 29 shooting, 44%, 3 of 10 from deep, 4 of 7 from the foul line, 57%. Meanwhile, the Chips, they shot 51%, 18 of 35. They were 4 of 14, 28% from 3, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Assists, Cardinals had 7 assists to go with those 9 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Chips, 7 assists, 6 turnovers. Points off, a 9-4 advantage. Central Michigan had 8 steals. That's 1 more than their season average in the first half. Bench points, the Cardinals were outscored 13-6 individually for the Cardinals. 2 players with 8, Peyton Sparks, Jeremiah Hernandez. Jamari Hill had 7, Mickey Pearson 4, Britton Watts 6, Goracito, Hart, Birch, Hendricks all played but did not score. Goracito and Peyton Sparks tied with 3 rebounds apiece. For Central Michigan, man, Quentin Heddy, previous career high was 11. He's got 15 in the first half on 7 of 8 shooting. After that, 11 for Demarion Bonds off the bench. His career high is 22, but he only averages 6 points a game. Vanderjack with 2. Pritchard had 8 and Jonga 5. Cards trail at the break 41-33.
That's our check of stats presented by MITS, Muncie Indiana Transit System. No car, no problem. MITS is reliable, safe, and free for students and veterans. Download the MITS bus app and ride with MITS today. We'll step aside, come back, look at the out-of-town scoreboard, get you all caught up with what's happening in the Mid-American Conference. Another big Tuesday night in the MAC on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Ball State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Revitalized Med Spa halftime show, 41-33. Central Michigan leads Ball State. Check out revitalized-med-spa.com and get your $25 discount. Just ask for the Ball State discount, and they'll take care of you. David DeHaan, Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle producing here tonight. Let's check our out-of-town scores, E. This is a very lopsided MAC night. What's going on over there?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
At Eastern Michigan leading Ohio, not just leading, but burying Ohio. In Ypsilanti 65-47 with 14 minutes to go. Ohio started off league play 4-0. They lost last game, and Eastern Michigan trying to move to 3-3 and put Ohio in back-to-back losses. Western Michigan 39, Northern Illinois 27. Bowling Green leads Miami at the half, 40-39 in Oxford, and Akron putting the hurt on Buffalo, 40-25 at halftime there for the Zips, who are a perfect 5-0 in the MAC. Miami's also 5-0, but down by 1 at Bowling Green. And then Kent State handling Toledo at Savage Arena, 44-30. That's at the halftime break as well. So we're seeing Eastern Michigan take care of Ohio right now. Kent State beating Toledo. Bowling Green leads Miami, and then Akron all over Buffalo. Like, this is just what the MAC does. This is just what the MAC's going to do. The MAC's going to MAC.
That's exactly right. And that interesting thing, that Kent game is at Toledo. So, Mick, it's Crocs night here at Central Michigan. We're going to lean into this, baby.
Yes, we
I got
are.
a trivia question for you, Mick. Sales, the number of pairs of Crocs sold annually, is it A, 50 million, B, 100 million, or C, 150 million?
Should we take a break and let the audience think about it and come back after the break?
That's what we call a tease in the business.
That's
partner.
right. I love it. 50 million, 100 million, or 150 million sold annually.
Yes.
Crocs. We'll check that out. This is the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show, 41-33 Cardinals trail. We'll get your trivia when we come back on the Gamebridge Radio Network for Learfield.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sports, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We are Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
Back inside the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show. Check out revitalized-med-spa.com. Get your $25 discount. 41-33, the halftime score. All right, your trivia question. How many Crocs are sold annually in the United States or worldwide?
Annually worldwide.
50 million, 100 million, or 150 was my option. I'm going to go with 150 million.
And you are correct, my
Seriously,
friend.
150 million annually?
$4 billion in sales in 80 different countries. They sell Crocs.
Wow, I don't know if I can comprehend. That's crazy. 150 million. That was a guess, by the way. He did not give me an answer. All right, second half coming up next. 41-33, Cardinals trail the Chippewas at the Game Bridge Radio Network from Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Tristo. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Did you know that your dental exam can reveal many other health issues? Poor sleep, headaches, anxiety, and acid reflux are just a few issues that can be recognized in a dental exam. All health care can be made easier when caught early, so prevention is the key. Our team at University Avenue Dental prides itself in being on the cutting edge as part of your medical team. With thorough testing, imaging, and examination, Dr. Greg Powell will work with you on a personal level to ensure you receive the very best care. If preventative care is what you're looking for, please call Dr. Pyle at 765-288-6121 or online at drgregpyle.com.
Here we go. Start of the second half from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Ball State trailing Central Michigan 41-33. And Ball State has the opening possession here of half number 2, working it left to right from McGurk Arena. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow on hand. Matt Tuttle producing tonight. Ball State's first possession goes Fat Hill, top of the key, spins one for Peyton Sparks, who leaves it short, baseline right. And Anthony Pritchard, the shifty guard for Central Michigan, grabs the rebound, runs toward the free throw line left. He's wide open, bricks one short, offensive rebound. Putback goes from Brian Jonga, and back to a double-digit lead for Central Michigan, 43-33, 30 seconds in. Jeremiah Hernandez working against Vasco, driving baseline right. Vasco cuts him off. The sophomore from Lowell, Indiana, known for his three-point shooting and defense, shows it there. Pearson straight away, deep three-point ball, buries it home. Mickey Pearson cuts it to 7, 43-36, a minute into the second half. Pearson's last 5, he's averaging 14.5 per game, and today has 7 in 18 minutes played. Pritchard in between the leg dribble, stops, gives off. Hetty from the left wing puts Pearson airborne. Then Hetty drives, gives off to Jonga. Sparks rejects the shot. Off to Hill, driving left to right. Back to Pearson, fakes a right wing 3. Nobody's in the post, but Ball State gives to Sparks. Gorosito loses the ball into the bench to Michael Lewis's lap, and he throws it back.
Cards are just being sped up with that defensive pressure by Central Michigan. Just got to slow down. Only saving grace, dead ball turnover. They couldn't get out and run.
It's Ball State's 11th turnover today, and a drive from Pritchard yields a foul.
And here's the thing, I mean, the referees are letting them play. They are consistent, right? I mean, the Cardinals only have 5 team fouls to go with 6 for Central. But that hurts Ball State because they're so adept typically at getting to the line.
Inbounds pass. Pritchard throws it for Jonga, who rips the rim down with a dunk. 45-36, Chippewas in front. Over a minute and a half off the second half clock. Here's Hernandez guarded by Vasco. Vasco trying to stop Hernandez. Dish to Pearson. Pearson drives. Kick out Gorosito. Right corner, give to Pearson, baseline right drive. With 8 seconds to shoot, heaves one up, and Vasco hits Pearson on the shot for a foul. Vasco's holding his midsection while Pearson's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, Mickey pump faked, got Vasco up in the air, and then kind of jumped into him like he might have got the wind knocked out of him. Man, oh man, the hands, the hand checking. Usually, you know, you got to use that forearm. These guys flat out have their hands on the hip of the dribbler.
Every possession. So here's Pearson to the baseline, rather the free throw line right. 2 shots. Pearson's first free throw lands in. Pearson today 2 of 2 from the line at 9 total points.
Mickey has now made 22 of his last 23.
Black and red shoes toe the line, and the free throw rattles out. Rebound to Pritchard for Central Michigan. Chippewas have a 45-37 lead. 2 minutes shaved off the second half. There's Jonga from the free throw line left, works on Sparks. Ball pops free. Jonga recontrols, puts it up and in, and a foul. Jonga fought through Sparks, who knocked the ball loose initially, but no Ball State player could pick it up. And it's on Hill. That's Hill's 4th foul, with 17:44 to play. And the Cards down 47-37. Watts checking in for Hill. How long do you think Hill sits here?
A lot of it is going to depend on the score. I mean, no sense keeping him over there if this thing is ballooning. So hopefully the Cards can cut this to single digits, maybe 5 or 6.
Well, Jonga hits the free throw, converts to the and one chance, 48-37. Ball State faces an 11-point deficit, 17:40 second half. Hernandez working against Vanderjack, who's all over Hernandez. Hernandez whips it to the corner right. Gorosito holds the ball on his knees and finds Pearson left wing. Pearson has it go off of his foot and then touched by Hetty. So Pearson recontrols, 6 to shoot for the Cards, and now Pearson throws it into the seats. Intended for Hernandez. Hernandez wanted a tip ball, but there was none. A second half brought to you in part by Gamebridge. Check out Gamebridge.io to help you grow and manage your money in ways like you've never done before. Gamebridge.io, where winning demands consistency. 48-37, Cards trail, 17-10, second half. It's Pritchard with a right-handed dribble. Now stands idle at the midcourt Maroon C logo. Dribbles with the left hand, dumps it off on a bounce pass to Hetty. Free throw line left, Karam's out. Tip ball goes around and out off of his brother Quentin Hetty, and then a foul. And it is on Brian Jonga. That is his third personal foul. So only Jonga and Hill in foul trouble. And now Jonga's going out, and in comes Vasco.
And again, now you're out there, Quentin Hetty, their tallest player at 6'6". Jonga fouled out 4 games in a row earlier in the season, so got to handle the ball here, Mick. 12 turnovers already.
And it's full court pressure here from Central Michigan. 48-37, Chippewas lead it, under 17 to go in the game. And now Coach Lewis is just looking on because Watts threw it away. Into the bench, rather into the seats again, just like the last possession.
Yeah, I mean, 10 steals for Central, 13 turnovers, 13-4 points off. They've got 12 more field goal attempts, Mick, because of all the turnovers.
Sounds just like last game against Toledo, where Ball State and Toledo each shot 53.7%, but Toledo had 12 more shot attempts because of the turnovers and offensive rebounds. Central Michigan basketball, it's Quentin Hetty driving against Sparks, baseline left. Sparks blocks the shot, and Jacoby Hetty races toward the rim, misses the putback, but draws a foul. He's splattered back on his back. It's on Sparks. That is the third team foul on Ball State. Sparks' first personal foul, down 48-37, 16:23 to go in the game. Jacoby Hetty, an 81% free throw shooter today, has not attempted a free throw. Averages 14 points a game, today has 0. 0-4 from the field, but has his first point, and that made a free throw, but he's been all over the place. 5 rebounds in 20 minutes. His brother Quentin Hetty's been the scorer, a game best 15 on 7 of 10 shooting with 4 rebounds and 3 steals.
Yeah, I mean, Quentin Hetty was kind of the throw-in. Central was the only school to offer both brothers, and man, they're glad they did right now.
And Jacoby Hetty hits the second free throw as well. Always interesting when you got brothers that want to play on the same team, and Central Michigan seems like they may have a long-term solution this year. And now on the baseline right, it is Quentin Hetty who lands in the lap of Sparks. Quentin Hetty commits the foul, 13th foul. And that is the second foul on Quentin Hetty. Score is 50-37. Central Michigan with an advantage, 16-17 to go in the game. And Ethan Britton Watts set to trigger in from the baseline right for Ball State. Gorosito flares out left wing, shot fake, now puts one up over Vanderjack, airballs it short, Sparks the offensive rebound, shot fake, goes, but he travels with it before the shot. And that is Ball State's 13th turnover, 50-37 deficit with 16:11 to go.
Wow, mark that down, Mick, because if he didn't travel, it was going to be an and one, right?
Easily.
A three-point play, all of a sudden that lead's cut to 10, 50-37. Got to string together 2 or 3 consecutive stops here if you're Ball State.
Yeah, Cards are scoreless in the last 2 minutes. In the last 3, it's a 7-1 Central Michigan run. Chippewas up 13, 60 minutes to go in the game. It's Jacoby Hetty handing it off for Bonds, who has 3 threes in this game, all from the first half. And now Bonds turns it over. Pearson grabs it near midcourt, throws it for Sparks, who's running the floor. Corner left to Gorosito. Shot fake now, launches and swishes. Gorosito gets Ball State back within 10, 50-40, 15:37 to go.
Boy, Wansey loves that shot fake, side dribble, pull it.
That is Ball State's 5th 3 of the night on 13 attempts. Jacoby Hetty, free throw line left for Central Michigan. 7 to shoot, step back Jay, 20 feet out, rattles out, rebound Watts. Cards can cut this to a single-digit game just like they had it right before halftime. Pearson, the bounce pass to Hernandez from the right wing. Looks to Sparks on the baseline right, instead drives it there himself. Hernandez with a prayer out to Pearson right wing. Pearson collects and throws Gorosito left wing. Heave down to Sparks, baseline right, works through two, muscles in. Sparks with a bucket to cut it to 8, 50-42. Now Pritchard's wide open, drives baseline left, finger roll, finds a hole.
Michael Lewis losing his mind down there. Sorry, Mick. He really wanted a foul on that Sparks putback.
52-42, 14 and a half minutes to play here in the second half from McGurk Arena at Central Michigan University. Well, Ball State's the 7th best team at shooting free throws in the country. They've only taken 9 today, almost average almost 28. It's Gorosito, right wing three, buries another. Gorosito's getting hot. Look out, he's had 7 made threes in the game this year, and he is up to 2 today on the last couple of possessions to make it a 7-point game. This was just a 13-point lead, but Ball State is on an 8-2 run. Vanderjagt driving baseline left on Hernandez, and Hernandez forces him to go back out to the left wing. 10 to shoot. It's Quentin Hetty driving on Sparks. Sparks much taller. Ball's popped loose. Hetty misses the running shot baseline left. Sparks grabs the rebound, and Hetty's down holding his head. Ball State has 5-on-4. Coach Lewis says go. Gorosito to Watts, corner left. Wide open three-point ball. Rattles out. Rebound ricochets to Gorosito. Back to Watts. Triggers again left wing three. Airballs it long. And a rebound to Bonds for Central Michigan. 13:27 to go in the game. Chippewa is up 52-45. Bonds throws it baseline left, and Quentin Hetty, who's just hurt, lays it in for 2. He's up to 17 points, which is his highest ever in a Division I game. And Central Michigan's back in front by 9.
Man, Ethan had 2 good looks at it, Mick. What a swing that was. If he would have drained a 3, he missed them. Hetty comes back, makes a bucket, lead back up to 9.
Well, Coach Lewis is now talking with one of the officials, Todd Von Sausen, about what transpired the last couple of minutes. It's immediate timeout, 13:09 to go in the game. Cards down 54-45 here from McGurk Arena. Student Athlete of the Week, brought to you in part by Pridemark Construction, is Alex Richard. Alex Richard is our Pridemark Construction Student Athlete of the Week. Cards down 9, 13:09 to go on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Hey, check out Gill Brothers Furniture and Mattress to make your house a home. Proud sponsor of Ball State basketball. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson. See us online at gillbros.com. Central Michigan 54, Ball State 45, 13:09 remains here in the game from McGurk Arena. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a whoop boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
Well, Mick, we wondered when Michael Lewis would bring Fat Hill back. It's now 13:07 on the clock. Hill back in there with those 4 fouls.
Cards down 9. Hill facilitates in the left wing for Ball State. Zane Dowdy just checked in. He sets the screen for Hill. Hill trying to get to the baseline right. Instead evades and throws out to Pearson. Right wing, splash. He throws up the call me later celebration, and Pearson makes it a 6-point game, 54-48. With 12:45 to go in the game, and now Pritchard throws it away into the seats. There's the 3 and the stop, a chance to make this a possible one-possession game.
Yeah, and Fat Hill paying dividends already. That last possession, he got into the paint, drew a crowd, nice kick out. Mickey, 2 of 2 now from deep. Give Mickey 11 points in 24 minutes.
And that is a massive 3 points for Mickey Pearson. 54-48, Cards trail with 12:35, ticking second half. Here's Hill, drives, free throw line right. Cut off by Simpson, the redshirt freshman. Now Hill takes right by him. Misses but draws a foul. 2 shots upcoming for Fat Hill after Simpson fouls him.
Well, nothing complicated coming out of the timeout. Both possessions for the Cards, they spread the 4, gave it to Hill to go one-on-one. Last time, able to kick out for the open 3. That time, got by the first defender, drew the foul.
And check out Courtyard Muncie Rising Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to transform your visit to a relaxing getaway. Book online today at Marriott.com. That's Marriott.com as Fat Hill misses the first of 2 free throws.
We talk about the officials letting them play. Look, the Cardinals have 7 total team fouls. Central only 11. Incredibly physical game.
And Hill's second free throws all twine. 54-49, Central Michigan leads with 12:27 to go. Joey Hart checks in for Fat Hill, presumably to give Hill a little bit of a breather before that 12-minute media timeout.
Yeah, how about that 1 minute? Fat's in there. He gets 3 points and an assist. Get him out of there.
Here goes Central Michigan right to left with Vasco. Off to Pritchard, who cuts through 3 defenders. Hop step to the lane. Dowdy rejects the shot, but Jonga is there for the putback dunk. And now Watson, Pritchard are going into it a little bit. Pritchard hit the deck as Watts tried to go up to grab the basketball. And there's no foul called. Ball State crosses the timeline with Gorosito. Pritchard looking all over Watts now in the corner right. Pearson has it, right wing, and Simpson hand checks Pearson for the 6th team foul for the Chippewas. Ball State shooting the bonus the rest of this game with 11:57 to go. 56-49, Central Michigan in front. Thank you, Spencer DeVoe at DeVoe Chevrolet in Alexandria for his support of Ball State Athletics. Visit DeVoeChevy.com. That's DeVoeChevy.com. Cards have the basketball when we come back on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gilbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least 1 Mammoth from Mancino's.
Hey, thank you to Terry Schweer at Sam Pierce Chevrolet in Daleville for your support of Ball State Athletics. Visit SamPierceChevy.com. That is SamPierceChevy.com. Central Michigan 56, Ball State 49 with 11 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the second half. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow with you. And Matt Tuttle back in our network studios as we brave the elements here at Mount Pleasant. -5 degrees last night. Ball State has possession, trailing by 7. Fat Hill with those 4 personal fouls. Heaves the inbounds pass to Wansi Gorosito and then hands it back to Hill, who dribbles behind the back, now stands at the midcourt C maroon logo. Hill receives a screen from Sparks, drives downhill, steps in the lane, and draws a foul. That is the 7th Central Michigan foul. With 11:47 to go in the game, Ball State's 7th most free throw attempts in the country. This is a way to get it done.
Yeah, Jonga, that's his 4th foul. He's their number 5, and Anthony Pritchard just pushed Fat Hill.
It's getting a little heated here in McGurk Arena.
The officials need to get in the mix of the players. They're all huddled together, but...
And now Sparks is getting in the middle of it, which is the last thing Central Michigan wants. Ben Botts and Michael Lewis, coaches for Ball State, are now telling their players to back off. Tony Barbie's now walking into the Central Michigan huddle and telling the Chippewas to go to the bench. (56-49), it's some pandemonium here in McGurk Arena with 11:47 to go, and the officials are now going to the replay monitor on the far side to try and sort out this mess.
Yeah, so I saw Pritchard with 2 hands. Now, it wasn't violent, but he flat out pushed Fat Hill.
It was more of a get off me push from Pritchard, but still it was a push.
Right. If you're going to go to the monitor and look at it, to me, that's going to warrant probably a technical. Now, it's interesting. At the first media timeout of this half, Michael Lewis really went at Todd Von Sassen. He had his hand over his mouth so as not to show him up, but he really let him have it. And ever since that, they have really been calling a little bit tighter.
So Jonga's charged with the common foul, his 4th personal foul, which is a big deal for Central Michigan's big man, who's had 14 points and 7 rebounds today, one of the best players on the floor. And now they're going to sort out to see if there should be any additional fouls placed on either team. 56-49, Ball State trails Central Michigan with 11:49 to play here from Mount Pleasant. There's a rivalry to this matchup, E. This is the 111th matchup. Ball State's won 70 of these games. There's a deep-rooted, somewhat dislike between these programs.
And look, we've been talking about it all night, right? This game has been ridiculously physical. I mean, and after a while, it's going to get chippy if you don't get a hold of this, because there has been so much, physical play and guys with their hands on hips and bumping dribblers, and now Tony Barbie and Michael Lewis are going to come together at half court. Those two have a good relationship. They were talking it up before the game.
So everybody's still just standing where they're at. 2 of the officials working the replay monitor. That's Mark Riggs and Rob Kuhneman. In this 56-49 Central Michigan lead, 11:47 to go. Coach Lewis gives Tony Barbie a tap on the backside, and each resorts to their bench. Coach Lewis to the right, Tony Barbie to our left. And now Todd Von Sassen, the 3rd official, walks into the huddle. And now they go back to the replay monitor. Regardless, it's 4 fouls on Brian Jonga, which is a big deal. As Ball State's huddle stands at the free throw line right, Central Michigan's huddle is near its own bench.
And kudos to whoever is doing the music here as they play the theme from Jeopardy.
This always makes me want to watch Jeopardy.
Before I've seen venues where they play the theme from Three Blind Mice, and they're talking about it.
They're still going over this, E. They're at midcourt, and the 3 officials are having a convention. You mentioned it. It's been a physical game, but the officials have let it go both ways. It hasn't been lopsided one side or the other. And when this scuffle started to happen, they almost let it take place, and then the teams had to try and help each other get out, and the referees were just like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, when you got 3 guys out there, one of the referees has to get in the melee and try to break it up. You had the 3 referees huddled. Meanwhile, you had 8 ball players out there getting each other's grill.
Right, because you know the players aren't going to push a referee when they get in the middle of a scuffle. Like they see the stripes and they're like, all right, we'll stop pushing and shoving.
And credit to assistant coach Ben Botts. He was the one that really the first guy to run out there and get everybody back. And then Tony Barbie ran out trying to pull his players away.
56-49. We're still waiting to see what the officials call with 11:47 to go here in the game. It was a common foul again on Jonga. We'll see if there's more assessed.
So after all that, I see Todd Von Sossen go over to Michael Lewis and hold up the 1-1. So Fat Hill's going to get the free throws, but apparently that's it after all those extracurriculars. I'll see if I can listen in to Rob Kuhneman here.
So Hill to the free throw line right as he tries to get the scoop on the situation. 56-49. Central Michigan leads at 11:47.
So the technical phrase is we had some back and forth, and other than that, nothing.
Official phrase. A basketball term. Some back and forth.
I guess if
the
this
hoop
was,
Mike didn't pick up any of the words.
Offsetting penalties with no flags.
Yeah, 0 penalty yards. Here's Hill, free throw line right, high arcing free throw, splashes down, 56-50, 11:47, Central Michigan in front.
Now, cards in the bonus, Mick. You get there, you got to make them. Have left a lot of points at the line, just 7 of 12, 58%.
Hill today with 9 points, 3 of 5 in the free throw line, and he hits the second one.
Probably the best thing that could have happened, right? Because if they weren't calling it close before, now you know they're going to want to try to get control of this thing.
Yeah, may have just tightened up a little bit naturally. Central Michigan basketball up by 5 as Bonds curls off a screen from Quentin Hetty. Hill guards Bonds. Bonds throws it out to Pritchard. 10 seconds to shoot for the consensus preseason MAC Player of the Year. Addition to the corner right to Jacoby Hetty. 4 to shoot. Hetty's been quiet, just 2 points. Backing away, misses the shot. Watts secures the defensive rebound for Ball State. And here go the Cardinals, 3-on-2. Fat Hill cuts between 2, lays it up and in. Fat Hill has cut this to a 1-possession game, and Central Michigan throws it away. There was nobody defending for Ball State, and Central Michigan threw it into the seats. 56-53, Ball State possession with 11:07 to play.
Wow, what an unforced error. There was not even a Cardinal in the backcourt, and Central threw away the inbounds. And how about that move by Fat Hill? Man, he gets running downhill, almost unstoppable.
Ball State basketball, a 3 can tie this game for the first time in the second half. The Cards were down 13 with 16 minutes to play in this game and have cut it to 3 with 11 to go. Here's Hill, free throw line extended right side, drives on Vanderjack, high arcing off the backboard, a miss, sparks the offensive board, put back with the left, is home. It's a 1-point game, 56-55. A 10-2 Ball State run in the past 2.5 minutes.
Right over the 6'6" Hetty. Jonga immediately up to get back in this game.
With those 4 personal fouls, here's Hetty, give off to Pritchard. Watts guards him. 10.5 minutes to go. Pritchard backing down Watts. And there is a foul called on Ethan Britton Watts. That's only the 4th team foul with 10.5 minutes to go. 56-55, Chippewas lead.
So great example, right? What you just saw has been happening all night. Pritchard trying to post up. Watts keeping him from. First time all night we've seen that foul. They are really going to start tightening it up.
The wrench just tightened a little bit on this game. 56-55, Chippewas basketball and lead, 10.5 to go. Pritchard off the bounce, misses badly off the backboard, and Watts the defensive rebound. Ball State can take its first lead in the second half. 56-55, Central Michigan, 10:15 to go. Pearson left wing three-point ball, he bags it right in front of his bench. The Cardinals celebrate, and the Cardinals have a 58-56 lead with 10:12 to go in the game. Timeout, Central Michigan.
Mickey Pearson, 3 for 3 from deep. Credit Fat Hill, his 5th assist. What a comeback for the Cards.
Down 13, have made it a 2-point Cardinals lead here from McGurk Arena. And we'll take the media timeout with them on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Hey, thank you to Jason Shively at Victory Honda of Muncie for support of Ball State Athletics. Visit victorymuncie.com. That's victorymuncie.com. Ball State leads for the first time in the second half. 10-12 to play in the game and a 58-56 lead. David Eha with Mick Tidrow. Matt Tuttle's producing. Cardinals were down 13 points 6 minutes ago and now have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, 13-2 run. Mickey Pearson. Mickey's doing it at both ends. Jacoby Hetty, Michael Lewis said he might be player of the year in the league. He's 0 for 6 from the field. Mickey Pearson has done the job at both ends today.
Central Michigan basketball working it right to left, facing a 2-point deficit for the first time in the second half. Pritchard gives it off to Vasco, and then back to Pritchard, who stands idle at the midcourt C maroon logo. Receives a screen. Watts picks up Pritchard. 10 to shoot. Pritchard spins out of a double team. Lofts one up. Misses right off of Sparks. Baseline left. Stays Central Michigan possession. Shot clock does not reset. Stays at 7.
Mick, Cardinals shooting 61%. Meanwhile, we said they had to pick up the D. Chips 35% in this second half. Therein lies the difference.
And that's after 51% for Central Michigan in the first half. Inbounds pass to Jacoby Hetty, still looking for that first field goal. Takes 2 steps against Pearson and a foul. Hetty's going back to the free throw line as Pearson picks up Ball State's 5th team foul here in the second half. And Pearson, that is his first personal.
So Hetty, just 2 points. We mentioned 0 of 6 from the field in 26 minutes. They have really held him down. He's had double figures all but one game this year.
Hetty from the free throw line left, bends the knees, flicks the right wrist, and the ball twirls out. Hetty misses the first. Coach Lewis on the pregame show said that Jacoby Hetty, per the metrics and the statistics, would be the favorite to win MAC Player of the Year right now. And Mickey Pearson Jr. has hit some big threes and locked down that player that Coach Lewis was praising.
No question. He's contested almost everything Jacoby Hetty has put up.
Here's Hetty's second free throw. Eyes flies and drops. 58-57. Ball State's lead stands at 1 with 9:45 to go here in the second half.
All right, so Jonga goes out. Now Sparks guarded by the 6'6" Quentin Hetty.
Full court pressure from Central Michigan. Ball State trying to break it from left to right. Inbounds pass to Gorosito. Cross court heave to Watts, who dribbles into the front court aggressively with the right hand and stops at the left wing. Coach Lewis dialing up the offense, extending his right index finger as Sparks calls for it in the post. A handoff to Hill. Hill loses control. Vasco steals this for Central Michigan. Right to left by himself, coast to coast for 2. Central Michigan nabs the lead back, 59-58 with 9:17 to go in the game. Here's Pearson, baseline right drive against Vanderjagt. Stops, pops, gives it off to Watts. Free throw line extended. Quick jumper rattles down. Watts with a big shot to give the Cardinals back the lead, 60-59. There have been 11 lead changes in this game, and we have 9 to play in the game. Watts is set with the screen as Quentin Hetty nails him to the floor, and Sparks rejects Pritchard on the drive left. Pearson grabs the rebound, then loses it near midcourt. Vasco picks it up for Central Michigan and calls timeout. The Chippewas have the basketball trailing 60-59 with 8:50 to go in the game. But this hustle from both of these teams, you can feel the intensity just picking up here in McGurk.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is Maction at its best. I mean, the intensity, the physicality, the crowd, everything into it. And I tell you what, this one looks like it's going right down to the wire, partner.
Right before the 12-minute media timeout, there was a 5-minute break to see if there were any flagrants going to be assessed to a situation. And since that point, it's been physical within the bounds of play. And it's led to a Ball State 60-59 advantage. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. All right, Central Michigan E is shooting, like you said, 37% here in the second half. What else outside of Mickey Pearson's defense has changed here in half number 2?
Well, the biggest thing for the Cardinals, they've done a terrific job moving the basketball, finding the open man. Cardinals have 5 made threes in the second half, Mick. The Chippewas haven't even attempted a triple. So the Cardinals have just done a terrific job defensively. The one statistic that you have to control these last 850 is the turnovers. Cards with 15 miscues. You've got to keep that number down. That's the only way the Chips can really take control of this game. You give them easy opportunities.
Central Michigan basketball after the timeout. A quick throw from Vasco down to Hetty, but it's taken away by Sparks. A give to Hernandez, and Ball State's forward dribbles leisurely into the front court with a right-handed hip-high dribble. Cards lead by 1. 8.5 to go in the game from Central Michigan. In the corner right, Gorosito eyes a three-pointer, instead whips it corner left to Watts. Shot fake, drives baseline right, quick 10-foot jumper, swish. Watts with touch, 62-59. Ball State leads it with 8:10 to play.
Give Ethan 10. Man, is he playing with confidence.
Central Michigan, from right to left, has led for almost this entire game outside of a few Ball State leads, but it's the Cardinals with a three-point advantage. Right wing, drive from Vanderjack. 8 to shoot. Vanderjack against Gorosito, the foul before the shot, and Gorosito charged with a personal foul. That is the 6th team foul on Ball State. Both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of this one. Ball State 62, Central Michigan 59 with 7:51 to go as 2 8-9 teams, 2 2-3 teams in the Mid-American Conference look to pull even on their record, and the Cardinals look to snap a 2-game losing streak. We'll see how this one ends up. A chippy one here from Mount Pleasant. Cardinals lead by 3 on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Hey fans, be sure to check out West Fork Whiskey, newly partnered with Ball State Athletics. Visit them in person in Westfield, Indiana, or online at westforkwhiskey.com. 7 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Ball State 62, Central Michigan 59 here from McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It was once a 13-point Central Michigan lead at the 15:49-minute mark. Since then, Ball State tied, took the lead, and now has a 3-point advantage.
I tell you what, Mick, you have to make the Chippewas beat you playing your half-court defense. Cards have been stellar when they've been able to set their D.
It's Central Michigan possession. It's Vanderjagt. Backdoor cut. It's an off-the-mark shot by Hetty, but an offensive rebound by Hetty. He misses the putback. Sparks corrals the defensive board for Ball State. He has 8. Gorosito launches. Left wing 3. Hits the back iron. Rebound Vasco for Central Michigan. A 3-point ball ties this. Vanderjagt thinks about it. Instead, a launch down to the baseline left. It is Jonga working against Sparks, and Jonga has to get rid of it to Pritchard, top of the key. Pritchard throws his left arm out to call the offense. Pritchard dish. Jonga has it. Free throw line extended. Lets the shot loose. Rattles out. Rebound Watts. And Ball State has it left to right. Watts has 5 rebounds today, which is his new season best. 62-59. 7 minutes to go. Ball State possession and lead. Hernandez throws it for Sparks, who grabs it baseline right. He's guarded by Jonga with those 4 personal fouls. Out to Watts. Straight out 3. Wide open. Swish it home. Ethan Britton Watts.
And Mick, there's the open man. It was Britton Watts' guy that was helping out on Peyton Sparks, so they couldn't get it in there. Wide open. Bam.
What a big 3-point shot for Ball State. And now they get a turnover. Here goes Hernandez. 3-on-2 for the Cardinals. Hernandez is fouled to the baseline right by Vanderjagt. What a stretch for Ball State. Holding Central Michigan scoreless the last 3 minutes. A 7-0 run during that span. And the Cards were on a 16-3 spurt in the last 5:43.
And Peyton Sparks, 12 points, 5 of 7 shooting. But it's the attention, Mick. The attention that leads to wide open shots. And the Cardinals starting to make Central pay. That is now 6 triples here in the second half.
65-59 as Hernandez misses the first free throw to our right for Ball State with 6:28 to go.
Come on, Cards. 8 of 14 from the line. 4 of 7 in each half today. These are going to be crucial down the stretch.
Hernandez takes a deep breath. Has to go into the band of Central Michigan and swishes home the free throw. 66-59, 6:25 and ticking here for Mount Pleasant. Both teams looking to move to 3-3 in conference play. And the Cards trying to snap a 2-game skid. Here's Pritchard on the baseline left, working against Watts. Hop step to the lane, a flick of the wrist, a miss. Rebound to Jonga off of him and out of bounds. Last touch by Ball State. So it stays Central Michigan basketball baseline left as they try to cut into Ball State's largest lead here of 7.
Much like we talked about Pearson, Britton Watts getting it done at both ends. Pritchard has 10 points. It's on 5 of 17.
Pritchard from the baseline left throws it into Vasco, who's been extremely quiet today. Vasco just 2 points. Now launches a right wing 3. He's off the mark, and Pearson grabs the rebound and leaves it for Watts. Ball State has a 66-59 lead. 6 minutes to go. And Watts dribbling in between the legs, gives it off to Gorosito, holds it above his head, and now back to Watts. Pearson controls from the left wing. Pearson today has 14 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Coach Lewis, hands behind his back. Gorosito, left wing, has 5 to shoot, steps inside the 3-point line, misses the 15-foot jumper, but he's fouled by Vasco. Hits him on the elbow, and Gorosito to the free throw line for 2 shots to our right.
So credit Wansey there, right? The shot clock's going down. Wansey knows it. He cleared everybody out and said, okay, let me take Vasco. Nice little pull-up J, and an opportunity for Wansey to get to the free throw line. Only been there 12 times this season, where he's made 9.
One-time MAC Player of the Week, Wansey Gorosito. Free throw line right for 2 shots, and the first one's pure. 67-59, 5:38 remains. Ball State's in the lead.
The other thing this allows you to do, Mick, is set up your half-court defense.
Gorosito stares at the rim and lets the second free throw loose, cashes it in. 9-point Ball State lead, 68-59. Tony Barbie's squad scoreless in the last 3:43. Coach Barbie has his hands on his hips as Jonga controls top of the key. Give to Vanderjagt. Fakes a right wing 3. Curls off a screen. Now heaves a straightaway 3-pointer. Rattles it down. And boy, did Central Michigan need that, as this crowd is elated. Back to a 6-point game, 68-62 with 5:15 to go. And now Watts nearly turns it over, and he does here at midcourt. He crashes into the media row. Watts actually saved the ball, and then it was picked up by Dowdy and Vasco. and there is a jump ball. It favors Central Michigan, 68-62 with 5:07 to go. Glad Watts is okay. I thought Watts had stepped out, but he saved it, and then now it's a jump ball.
Yeah, tremendous hustle play. Look, after any made basket, Central is going to throw the press, really trying to speed the Cards up. You've got to handle it. Know it's coming, Nick.
That's now 16 turnovers on Ball State. Ball State 68, Central Michigan 62, 5:05 to play here from Mount Pleasant. Vasco to Vanderjagt, wiggles free throw line left. He just took the first three of the second half for Central Michigan and made it. And now Vanderjagt driving baseline left, throws it away. Fat Hill steals it midcourt, one-on-one with Vasco, bumps off of him, finger roll drops in. Fat Hill gives Ball State a 70-62 lead with 4:40 to go.
Unstoppable in the full court when he gets ahead of steam.
Pritchard trying to control the offense for Central Michigan, but the Chippewas have given Ball State 6 of its last 7 from the field, and Central Michigan itself just 1 for its last 8. Pritchard driving baseline left on Watts, throws it for Jonga, goes up over Sparks, and Sparks fouls Jonga. 4:21 to play, 70-62, Ball State advantage, and on Sparks, that is his second personal and the 7th team foul, so both teams in the bonus the rest of the game. And Jonga free throws left is a 54% free throw shooter on 13 of 24 this year.
Yeah, that's not why it's not a bad foul against Peyton Sparks. He thought he had verticality, but make Jonga earn it. Just 13 of 24 on the season.
Jonga free throw line left for his free throw, hits the heel and bounces out.
All right, Mick, now you got a free throw rebound, right? We've seen a couple games this year where Cards unable to secure a defensive board off a free throw. Be ready here.
Hey, thank you to Family Vision Care for being a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Check them out in person at 4801 West Bethel Avenue in Muncie or online at fvcis.com. Here's the second free throw and swish home. 70-63, Ball State leads with 4:21 to go. More full court pressure from the Chippewas. Watts stuck in the corner. Cross court pass to Gorosito, who slides by Bonds and dribbles into the front court. Now wants to give it off to Fat Hill, who now has it at the C stripe. 4:07 and ticking. Cards up 7. Screen set by Sparks. Hill throws it for Watts. 10 to shoot. Hill against Pritchard. Downhill, athletic specimen against the Max Defensive Player of the Year from a year ago. Give off to Gorosito. Drives baseline right. 2 seconds to shoot. He hits it at the horn. Gorosito off balance, baseline right. Gives Ball State a 9-point lead, 72-63. 3:40 to go.
Just savvy. He knew he had time for one more dribble before he raised up.
Here's Pritchard. Give to Bonds, left wing. Pearson leaves him for just a second. Bonds heaves it, misses the three-point ball, and it's off of Hetty last. Baseline left. It's Ball State's basketball. 3:29 to play. Cardinals 72, Chippewas 63 here from McGurk Arena. Hey, check out Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where everything you have a need for is in one place, so you can focus on the moments that matter. Kohl's, where families come first. Final 3:29 here from Central Michigan. Up next on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Winning demands consistency. Find a better way to grow your money at Gamebridge.io. That's Gamebridge.io, a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. 3 minutes and 29 seconds remain here at Mount Pleasant. Ball State 72, Central Michigan 63. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle producing. Ball State, again, down 13 points with 16 minutes to go. They've flipped the script and have led since they took the lead at the 11-minute mark. 8 minutes of lead time here, E. They're trying to close this out to snap a 2-game skid.
Yeah, I mean, think about this, Mick. Cards have outscored the Chippewas 39-22 in the second half. They've held the Chips to 29% shooting. I mean, we talked about Saturday wasting a great offensive performance. Terrific on O, but they brought the D here in the second half.
Ball State has to face the full court pressure from Central Michigan. Pearson gets it off to Gorosito. And now working left to right. Hill finds a lane, drives the baseline right. It's an offensive foul. That's it for Fat Hill. Anthony Pritchard, the max rating defensive player of the year, took a seat, and Hill's done. Hill tried to be aggressive, and Pritchard took advantage of it. That's just a superb awareness from Pritchard. The reason he was the MAC Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah, and I tell you, my personal opinion, man, I think the Chips got away with one there because he wasn't exactly set. Nonetheless, that's Fat's fifth foul. So he say that quick 3 times.
Fat's fifth foul. You have Crocs and then Fat's fifth foul. So that is tough.
Jeremiah Hernandez. Cards did a great job handling the pressure, though, last time, right? You're going to need to continue to do that this last 3:21.
72-63. Ball State's in front. Pritchard racing into the front court for Central Michigan. Down 9. Pritchard drives baseline left, kicks it out to Hetty. Back to Pritchard in front of his own bench, corner right. Pritchard drives, kicks it out. Bonds, left corner, 3-point ball, rattles in. He had 3 in the first half. That's his first attempt here in the second half. And it's now closing in. 6-point ball game. Ball State leads, but has to go the length of the floor against this press. And now Watts has it hit off his hands out of bounds. It is Central Michigan basketball. Again, Ball State is sped up by that full court pressure. A 3-ball makes it a 1-possession game, 72-66, and there's still a massive amount of time with 2:52 on the timer. Bonds set to throw it in. Pritchard on the receiving end. Receives a screen from Hetty. Pritchard now gives to Bonds. Right wing. Looked like he was about to stop and try a 3, but instead gives it back to Pritchard, who backs up near the midcourt stripe. Pritchard dancing around the free throw line. Pulls up 15-foot J. Swishes home. 72-68. 2.5 to play with Ball State again inbounding against the full court pressure. Gorosito doubled up. Gets through it. Crosses the timeline with a lefty dribble. And now Watts plays pitch and catch with Gorosito. Can the Cards stop this 5-0 run in the last minute, 10 seconds of Central Michigan? The crowd's into it. This place is rocking here from McGurk. Coach Lewis points with his right index finger toward Mickey Pearson on the right side. 8 to shoot. Watts gives it to Hernandez. 5 to shoot. Drive, baseline right. Throws it up. Hits it. Hangs and hits it. A foul. Hernandez with a big shot and a chance for a 3-point play.
Wow, Mick, I tell you, the veterans have come up with big plays at the end of shot clock. No panic. That time Hernandez got it on the wing. 4 seconds left. Boom, didn't hesitate all the way to the rim. Finished with contact.
And Hernandez gives Ball State a 74-68 lead with 2:04 to go.
Once he's done it twice. That time it was Hernandez.
Hernandez from the free throw line right. Swish home. Cards are now 12 of 18 from the free throw line to take a 7-point lead. The clock bleeds to 2 minutes. Pritchard looking for Bonds. Hernandez draped all over him. It's a give to Hetty. Jacoby Hetty spins. Pearson swats the shot. Hetty the offensive rebound. Hetty going back to work. Now a finger roll. Touch goes in. Back to a 5-point game, 75-70 with 1:42. This place is absolutely dialed in. Gorosito breaks the full court pressure with Watts. Cardinals have 3-on-1. Watts, a no-look pass to Pearson. Up and through contact. He missed it. Hetty grabs the defensive rebound, and Central Michigan can make it a 1-possession game. Hetty drives on Watts, and Watts fouls Hetty. No shot, but it's in 1-and-1 on Ball State's 9th team foul. $1:23 to go, 75-70 Ball State leads. Chippewas at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 with Jacoby Hetty.
Man, Cards had a golden opportunity. That was a 3-on-1 bounce pass. Mickey couldn't finish, and Central gets it runs the other way. Big free throws here by Hetty. Typically one of the best in the league.
And he's 3 for 4 today, but 1 of 10 from the field.
Mickey Pearson again. It was Pearson that blocked the last one.
Hetty's free throws up and swish. Central Michigan 7 of 10 at the free throw line. Pearson today has 2 blocks. Sparks has 3. Dowdy has 1.
It's a big one here because with a make, it's a 1-possession game.
And you don't have to worry about fouling.
With a make, you've got to handle the full court pressure. That's what it's going to come down to.
McGurk Arena falls silent as Jacoby Hetty at the free throw line left. Looks for the second one, and it is in. Vasco checks back in. Out goes Vanderjack. 75-72, 123 to go, and this is what you draw up from action. Tuesday night from Mount Pleasant. Inbounds pass from Hernandez to Watts. Stuck in the corner left, doubled up. Hetty almost took it away, but bats it out of bounds, baseline left. He hit the ball hard onto the baseline after possession was stopped. Got to watch out. You don't get a technical foul for that, right?
Yeah, and the officials are going to go look at the clock situation.
So it's a timeout, 75-72. While they're doing that, let's go ahead and pause for stations to identify themselves in the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a whoop boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
What else would action look like on a Tuesday in Mount Pleasant? 6th MAC game of the season. Both teams looking for a 3-3 conference record. 75-72. Ball State leads Central Michigan with 1:19 to play.
Well, you knew the chips weren't going to go away. And look, the Cardinals, what balance, Mick. 6 players in double figures, all between 10 and 14 points.
And those are the only players who have scored.
That's right. And the timeout came at a good time because Britton Watts, Gorosito, those guys could use a break. They've logged heavy minutes, and they're the ones under the scrutiny and the pressure once the ball gets inbounds, so they needed a little breather.
Only 15 bench minutes today between Hart, Birch, Hendricks, and Dowdy. 15.
Yeah, it's not surprising. Look, it's the kind of physical game where the young guys, man, it's better to have the veterans. Now you've got to handle it. Michael Lewis, it gave him an opportunity. This is full court man-to-man denial.
75-72, crunch time. 1:19 to go here from Central Michigan. Ball State has the basketball, leading by 3. Pearson's pushed from behind. Bonds shoves him to the ground, and it is 2 free throws upcoming for the MAC's 4th best free throw shooter, Mickey Pearson Jr.
Boy, really a silly play by Bonds there to foul Mickey Pearson, one of the premier shooters in the league, and you didn't even give your team a chance to set up a full court press.
Pearson has played 36 minutes today and stands at the free throw line right for 2 free throws. Both teams in the double bonus for the rest of this game.
Now at the other end, Mick, on defense, you've got to keep an eye on Bonds. Stay connected to him. He's their premier three-point shooter. Pritchard also shoots it at 34% from deep.
Central Michigan 1 timeout left. Ball State has 2. Can Pearson do damage at the free throw line? First one rattles home. 76-72, back to a 2-possession game with 1:19 to go. Both teams were kind of huddling up, and the referee's blowing the whistle to say, hey, can't really sit there and do that for too long.
Yeah, Tony Barbie only has 1 timeout left. Cardinals have 2.
Here goes Pearson, free throw line right. Eyes and flies, swish home.
Clutch.
77-72. Coach Lewis throws out 2 fists in approval. 1:15 to play. Pritchard fakes the handoff and has an easy scoop and score. Everybody thought he handed it off to Vasco. Everybody but Pritchard. 77-74 with 1:03 to go. Ball State lead and possession. Gorosito's doubled up in the corner left. Throw cross court to Sparks, who crosses the timeline, waits for his teammates to get there, and now Central Michigan fouls him immediately. It seems like that was the plan from Tony Barbie's crew. If Sparks gets the ball, foul him.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, and Gorosito just had to get rid of it. The pressure was coming. Peyton Sparks was the wide open player, so now a couple of big free throw attempts for Peyton. At least 1. Mick, he's going to get 2, would make it a 2-possession game.
Who are they? They didn't charge the foul to to Jonka, did they? Because that'd be his 5th personal. And Jonka's now sitting on the bench.
I think
well, not sitting on the bench, but standing outside the circle. But what are they?
I think they're going to look at it. That and the clock, I'm sure.
Yeah, true. 52 seconds left, 77-74. Cardinals clinging to a 3-point lead. And Sparks about to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And back to that last Central possession, you're right. Pritchard, it looked like it was going to be a dribble handoff. He didn't hand it off, and 2 Cardinals went with the guy setting the screen, and free layup right there for Anthony Pritchard.
That was elite work. So they had 52.0 seconds on the clock. Let's see if that changes. They put 2 extra seconds on the clock, so you're righty, 54 seconds. And they charged the foul to Pritchard, his 3rd personal. So Sparks to the free throw line right for 2 shots. Today is 2 of 3 from the stripe. On the season, a 59% free throw shooter. Here we go, Peyton Sparks. First free throw up, and it dribbles in. 2-possession game again.
Nice and soft. Now here, if you're Pearson or Hernandez on the line, be wary for a miss. See if you can't sneak in there and get an O board.
Here's Sparks, free throw line right. 2nd free throw up and through. Peyton Sparks clutch in the big moment. 79-74. 54 seconds to go. Cardinals in front.
That's why you want veterans out there, baby. Here we go.
Light full court pressure from Ball State. Pritchard turns the corner, gives it to Vasco. Right corner, 3-point ball, splash. Vasco's been waiting for that all night long. Had not made a 3 and an attempted 4. 79-77. It's a 2-point game with 46 seconds to go. Gorcito trying to break full court pressure. He gets by it up to Hernandez. Pritchard whacks the ball away. The Max Defensive Player of the Year from a season ago gives Central Michigan the basketball with 34 seconds left. Chippewa's down by 2. Pritchard drives, free throw line extended. Now works against Pearson, backs it up. Tony Barbie calls the offensive set. Pritchard receives the screen, drives baseline, gives it off to Hetty, feeds his brother Jacoby for 2, up and in. It's tied at 79 with 19.7 seconds left. It's a tie ball game, 79 all. Ball State has 2 timeouts. Central Michigan has 1. What will Ball State draw presumably for the final shot? Can Ball State win it on a crazy night? This is peak Mid-American Conference basketball. Hernandez slides it to Sparks. Kicks it back to Hernandez for the lead. Left wing 3 bounces out, but he's fouled. Jeremiah Hernandez is fouled with 4.2 seconds from the 3-point line.
Wow.
Central Michigan is in absolute disbelief here from McGurk Arena. The foul is on Jacoby Hetty. What a sequence. What drama here in Mount Pleasant.
Peyton Sparks got it in the middle of the paint. Didn't want to take it up. Kicks it out. A nice look, and Hetty with the fouls. Here we go, Jeremiah.
Hernandez for 3 free throw shots, and the first one is pure. Hernandez has 2 more to go, and at this juncture, we'll get to that in a second. Hernandez, 2 more free throw shots. Coach Lewis looks at his staff as Hernandez buries the second one.
Tony Barbie's going to call his last time out right now.
All right, I'll ask the question now. With 4.2 seconds left, 81-79, Ball State leads Central Michigan. Hernandez makes this. You foul immediately,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Not immediately. Let them take 1 or 2 dribbles. Make sure they're not making a shooting motion, but Michael Lewis likes to foul. It's something they practice. Absolutely, I would do that.
And on a miss, it's 4.2 seconds left, and if Central Michigan grabs the rebound, they're moving quick and will probably have to take a 3-point ball.
Yeah, I mean, although Anthony Pritchard easily on a miss can get to the rim.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is you don't want to foul, right? You want to contest, but don't foul.
So that's the situation. It's 4.2 seconds left. Ball State 81, Central Michigan 79. Tony Barbie's out of timeouts for Central Michigan, so if Ball State makes this free throw and there's trouble in the inbounds, they can't call a timeout. Ball State, meanwhile, has 2 itself.
Yeah. And the important thing, Mick, one of the principles that you want to use on defense is you want to make them catch the inbounds pass running away from their own basket, running towards the baseline. Don't let them catch it on the fly where they can get ahead of steam. But this is why you want veterans out there. Pearson clutch free throws, Sparks clutch free throws, and now your other grad student, Jeremiah Hernandez, the biggest free throw of his Ball State career right here.
Hernandez stands by himself at the free throw line, hands on hips. Central Michigan disperses from their huddle, and now Ball State has Sparks and Pearson at the free throw alley. Gorosito and Watts back near midcourt. Pritchard, Vasco, both the Hetty brothers and Bonds, the five on the floor for Central Michigan. You said it, biggest free throw of Hernandez' Ball State career. Lets it fly and swishes home. Coach Lewis calls timeout. It's a 3-point Ball State lead, 82-79 with 4.2 seconds left. And it'll be Central Michigan basketball.
How about that? Hernandez 15, Pearson 16, Hill 14, Gorosito 10, Sparks 14, Britton Watts 13. What balance, and the veterans stepping up in crunch time. Good timeout by Michael Lewis. You can set the defense. This is what we practice, guys. I'm almost positive, Mick, he's going to foul here.
There's been a couple of games during Coach Lewis's tenure where they hadn't fouled at the end of a game, and the one that sticks out to me is Darwishi Hunter, Miami, right from the right wing, down by 3, and they didn't foul, and he hits the 3 to send it to OT, and then Miami wins it last year.
I mean, everybody always asks that question. I have seen a million times where somebody will tie it with a 3. I can't count where a guy misses a free throw and they tap it out and hit a 3 and you lose. So I think it's by far the smart play.
Both teams in the bonus, so if Ball State does indeed foul, 2 shots will come for Central Michigan. Central Michigan's out of timeouts. Ball State still has 1 left after that one. 82-79. Ball State leads it with 4.2 seconds.
And Mick, if he doesn't elect the foul, the only reason I would think it's because the Cardinals have struggled so much inbounding against the press. And so you would put the onus on that at the other end. But let's see what he does. Hendricks in the game to shadow the inbounder.
Hendricks, Sparks, Gorosito, Pearson, and Watts, the 5 on the floor for Ball State. It's the Hetty brothers, Pritchard, Bonds, and Vasco for Central Michigan.
They're going to try to get Pritchard with a head of steam, make him catch it going towards the other basket.
Vasco set to inbound. Bonds and Pritchard release. Pritchard grabs it near midcourt, 3.5 seconds, and Watts fouls him wisely with 2.3 to go before Watts could have a chance at a shot. 82-79. Ball State leads with Pritchard at the free throw line.
Really good execution there. You made him take a couple seconds. No question about the foul, just like you practice it.
Now, if Pritchard, do you try and make both and then force Ball State on that entry pass?
I would.
Okay.
Because they've struggled against the press. We'll see how Tony Barbie plays it. Pritchard, a 68% free throw shooter. Hendricks and Sparks in there to board.
82-79. Ball State leads with Pritchard at the free throw line. First free throw drops home. 2.3 seconds left. John Good checking back in for the Chippewas. Has 4 personal fouls. Bonds is out.
Keep in mind, Cardinals do have 1 timeout. So if he makes this free throw and you can't inbounds it, you've got a timeout to use.
But you don't call the timeout immediately, right? You want to save it in case?
Absolutely.
82-80, 2.3. Here goes Pritchard's second free throw. Pritchard misses on purpose. Pearson the defensive rebound for Ball State. Time is expiring. Peyton Sparks throws his hands up in the air, and the Cardinals cash in on a Maction classic from Mount Pleasant with an 82-80 victory. Come from behind win. Down 13, have no fear. Ball State is 3-3 in the MAC.
I tell you what, a great road dub. Cards made winning plays at the end, and Mick, the veterans, all the seniors, all the elders stepped up when they needed to. What a big-time road win when the Cards were down by 13 at one point to come back and get this W.
We'll have the Starry postgame show coming up here in a few moments. We'll see if Coach Lewis is coming this way first or if he's going to the locker room. And here comes Coach Lewis, calm, cool, and collected, walking toward us here to start off the Starry postgame show. Coach Lewis with us here after another Maction Classic. Coach Lewis, 82-80 win here. You've talked about everybody having a veteran calm presence throughout the course of the year. Those last couple of minutes, how were you able to trust your veterans to go out and get this one done?
They didn't have a lot of options. No, they struggled with their pressure early in the game. Our turnovers were way too high, and you know, you're trying. I'm thinking at halftime, like our defense, we gave up 41 points. Well, it's really difficult to judge the D when you've given up 16 points in transition off of turnovers and layups. Like, I thought our defense was really solid the second half until late, and we left two shooters. You know, we got sucked in on drives. It's habit of help side, and in those situations you got to spread out. But we competed. We made enough plays. We had some toughness. We got stops. We got rebounds. We executed the foul up three here to a T. Like we wanted, if they catch it on that side of half court, one dribble foul. If they caught it on this side of half court, foul them on the catch before they get turned around. Big boy rebound by Mickey. Just this thing could have gone the other way. We got down 12, I think, at one point, and these guys showed some grit. So, you know, it's what I thought we had. It just hasn't been consistent enough, and sometimes things like this can propel you. But we got to be able to get back late tonight and get some rest and try to prepare for Saturday. But I'm really proud of what those guys just accomplished.
Coach, it was a very physical game. Low fouls both ways, very physical. You had to obviously make some adjustments. I mean, talk a little bit about how this game was being called, and you know, this was not for the meek.
No, David. I mean, it's really been that way every conference game, and you know, it's you know, people, when I got this job, people told me the MAC was the mini Big Ten, you know, and a lot of I didn't really know what they said other than just being in Big Ten country, but you know, our officiating consortium goes Big Ten, MAC, you know, Horizon, Summit, and so those guys are you know, wired to do that, and you know, that's I don't mind that at all. It's just keep it safe, keep the players safe, and you know, you got to enjoy, you know, playing that type of basketball because they let you play. You know, and I was really proud of how we responded when Fat got his fifth foul, to be able to continue to execute down the stretch and get the things done that we needed to do to win.
Coach, Central Michigan took 14 threes in the first half, only 5 in the second half. Was that something that you tried to lock in on for half number 2?
No, we just wanted to quit turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Just quit turning the ball over, give ourselves an opportunity. And they came after us with some pressure that we really hadn't seen, you know, maybe up until this point. And once we gathered ourselves, played with a little bit more poise, and you know, even early in the second half, we threw one to the guy sitting here in the front row. He was open, but we got to get better in those situations. But to be able to come up here, that's a talented team. I mean, you know, Hetty and Pritchard are real players, and you know, so I'm really proud of this. This is a gutsy win now.
Coach, you mentioned Hetty and Pritchard. I talked all night. I thought the defense that Mickey Pearson played on Jacoby Hetty and Ethan Britton-Watts on Pritchard as good as it gets.
No, it was really good. The other Hetty who doesn't do that gets 17, goes 8 of 12. You know, so you know, he got away from us. But for Jacoby Hetty to be 2 of 11, great job, Mick. Great job. And it's just guys, you know, like you play good players, and where we've gotten dinged is when good players get on a run, like. You know, we run away. Like, we run away from the fight, man. Just keep stepping up there, man, and make them beat you again.
Appreciate you, Coach, as always. Thank you. Congrats.
You.
That's head coach Michael Lewis joining us on the Starry Postgame Show after an 82-80 victory over Central Michigan. More coverage of the Starry Postgame Show up next on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands